Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Rummer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. It feels weird every single time I open like Genshin now because we're inching ever so closer to the catch-up point where we get to a point in Genshin where we are at basically the modern times with all of you guys, the current updates with all of you guys, and it feels very strange, right? It feels incredibly strange. This place is freaking gorgeous. Look at that. Stunning. Today we're going to the Flower Feather clan, and the way we're going to do this is, as you can see here, we haven't unlocked these 2 points of the map. These are the 2 points that I want to unlock. So I decided it might be better to unlock things as we go, right? So we might go for this waypoint first, do the mission that we want to do, and then of course we can always go back and unlock the other waypoint as well. I always feel it's better doing it all in like a natural order than it is doing it in like, you know, like I guess all in one go. It always feels better to do it in natural order. And of course, we will be going back to the entire map and unlocking absolutely everything once we catch up as well. I'm super excited about that. Look at these guys.
Come on, show me your courage.
So what power did they have? I guess we're gonna find out. So that's a Quakasar. Oh, jump and flap their wings to take air and glide. When altitude is insufficient, they can consume phlogiston to take flight. Okay. When gliding in air, they can consume phlogiston to climb higher. Accelerated glider tap perform a rolling dash. At this time, they can hold to launch a plunging attack, which can be cancelled mid-duration by releasing and returning to gliding state. Additionally, it is said that the turbulent phlogiston can cause phlogiston currents to appear in front of the Quakasars at intervals within certain zones. So this is like, I guess you could say it's like Chasca, in a way. Not Chasca, sorry, Seed Lolly. But it's like way different, I suppose. Like it's because it's like we're actually flying, which is freaking insane. It feels very good, but obviously we need like a little bit of phlogiston as well. It feels good to be able to fly. Oh my god, look at the little ones as well. They're so adorable. They're so adorable. We are using the team Fremmy's World today. It doesn't have Benny on it, which I might regret, honestly. But we'll see. Honestly, we can't become you right now. Oh my god, she hurt her knee. That's such a cool animation. Really cool stuff. Are you sure you won't let me? I can become you. Okay, okay. We only do it when we have to. You know what I mean? When we have to do it. That's the only time we do it. I'll take that, no problem. Let's keep moving. We only hurt the Saurians when we have to, you know? Like when I'm trying to level up Kaniche. So yeah, we'll head to the Flower Feather clan, which I'm actually very excited. Look how beautiful. That must be it as well, right? Like it looks so stunning. So pretty. It's interesting because this quest was also blocked. The interlude quest is blocked by this quest that we're doing right now, which is so interesting to me because usually because I heard you can do it like before. Maybe it's only the first 2 acts block the interlude quest. That could be it as well. Let's try to avoid a fight here for a second. We're in exploring mode. We probably should get some more phlogiston as well. Having as much phlogiston as possible really does help out with Kaniche because you get to like do like Spider-Man stuff forever and ever. And we love Kaniche as well, so there's some up here. But the only thing is we're gonna start a fight again.
Pull up a good fight.
Like at least we know that these guys don't generally want to like hurt us. You know what I mean? Like they just want like they want to hurt us, but in a way that's like very competitive, right? They want to like have a bit of fun. I think we could probably upgrade a what's this? Phlogiston wind tunnel. Oh, okay, so once a pad is formed by gas phlogiston eroding rocks, enter them and you can swiftly reach the exit on the other end. However, only Quakasars and members of the flower. Oh, okay, so Chasca, who understand their internal structure, can use these freely. That's so freaking cool. Wait, is there one nearby? There is. So is it this here? So it's another method to like for traversal once again. And we're going like right under as well. Look at that area over there. And the fact that we're like, oh my god, look at the water. Oh, this has to be like an intentional way that they're showing like how beautiful this can be. Wait, that's not that's not even the clan? It's over here? Well, we might as well get this waypoint anyway. Maybe that is the clan, but the actual quest starts over here. This is such a good idea what they did here, guys. The fact that they like give you this to like see a good overview of the next area. Like, look at the water. We love a waterfall as well. It looks like how could this be created? It looks gorgeous. Thank you, Quakazar. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, so yeah, the team we're using today is Fermi's World. And usually I think I can swap this show for Benny at any point. Just we probably could have done this again. That's okay. Stunning music. Look at that top, that freaking mountaintop as well. Oh my god, the sounds of the birds.
Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge.
Oh, is that that's the start of the quest. Oh, there we are. Well, I want to unlock this first, yeah. And then we'll go do the first part of this quest. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Chasca has become a character as well that like we instantly like go attached to. Look how cool this looks. It's way different than I thought it would be. I thought this was all going to be land as well, but there's a beautiful amount of water here too. And that's the clan, yeah. The Flower Feather clan. It's so stunning. Can we... I don't know if we can level this up. We could try. Yeah, we can. And we get some rewards out of it too. Really, it's just like those sigils are always like a really good thing to get, aren't they? Oh yeah, I think I have a bunch of those. Yeah, we might as well before the video starts. Like, it's not like we're gonna get anything, but it would be nice to get some, like, you know, if I got Tenari on the standard banner, I'd be like, holy crap, that'd be crazy, you know? He's not a standard banner, is he? I don't know. Like, you know, it's so funny. I've been playing a year and a half, and I'm like, it's more just like you lose a 50-50, don't you? And you could get Tenari, I think. Is it? I think so. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah. In terms of like, how do I have 10 fates? Oh, I think maybe I bought them. Yeah, I definitely bought. Did I buy them? I think I bought them. Okay, that's fine. Maybe. Like with my. A mixture of Stardust and the... Oh, yeah, it was a mixture of using the last of my Stardust and the other thing here, I think. Yeah, or else we got them, like, as a gift or something. And I also got some from leveling up with the sigils. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. As long as I know where they came from, you know? Sometimes stuff will just happen. I'll, like, take some from the stuff from the mail and I'll be like, okay. And then I'll just move on and I'm like, hey, wait, how did I get, like, 10,000 of these? How did that happen? Coiler. This is such a stunning area, isn't it? I mean, the whole of Nalan is just gorgeous. Oh, she's doing bird calls? Oh no. That's not a good sign. That's definitely not a good sign.
Oh no. Why is she crying? Should we go check on her? You know, just in case she's thinking of doing something stupid.
I mean...
I'd leave her be.
Oh my god, Chasca! So early!
The warriors of the Flower Feather clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public. Even if they've gone wingless.
Even if they've gone wingless, so maybe like she lost her bird of some kind?
Chasca?
Man, it's so good to see Chasca. After everything that happened as well, she's been through so much.
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon.
It's always good to see you, Chasca.
Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices us.
That's cool, giving us a little indication of like the tribe so far. They're proud people. We know they're proud.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her.
That's very cool. And Chasca having the trust of so many people as well. Really
I
nice.
doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now, I'm confident she'll get through it.
Yeah, what do you mean by aim for the sky?
Well, in the Flower Feather clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders.
Kukasar. Sorry, I was saying Quakasar. Yeah, Kukasar. Kukasar.
But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial, where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win the approval of the Kukasaurs.
Ah.
Very few candidates make it through the
So
process.
that's actually really cool. So they have to choose you, basically. It kind of feels like a, like in a way, like a what are those called? Like it in the like the horse creatures in ReZero. I'm so bad at remembering the things, but like with how it chose Subaru.
Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt, but unfortunately she didn't pass. So it's not hard to see why she's so upset.
And when you mention going wingless, what does that mean?
Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying test and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up on their dream to soar the skies.
Man.
They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
So interesting. So it's if they've given up on their dream of flying, you call them wingless.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
I don't know about that. Doesn't sound. I think that'd be very extreme if they do.
What? No, of course not.
She's like,
They're
yeah.
still prized warriors.
She's like, Paimon, come on. I think we're just like always like in fairness to Paimon, we're always used to like the worst possible outcome in a lot of situations before things get better, right? It's usually like the darkest thing or the most horrible thing has happened on before things get better, right? So Paimon kind of like questioning this, it's not,
We have
out
a
of the
saying.
ordinary.
Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children.
That's beautiful.
This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders.
Right.
Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Likewise for the wingless, we always hold out hope that one day, when they're ready, they'll rekindle their dreams and
That's
keep
so
trying.
beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance. Just like I'm doing now.
It's like it's like strangely beautifully supportive, right? Like the idea of just waiting for them to get back up on their feet, knowing that they could.
Paimon hopes she'll get
Yeah.
back on her feet soon.
I'm never beating the allegations of me and Paimon having the same brain cell. I don't know how many times. It happens so many times that I can't even call it. Like a million and one times every time I say something, Paimon will say something so similar the next second.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur is going to respond to a call that sounds like that.
So it is like a call, a bird
Yeah.
call.
People from my tribe call to their Saurian companions by whistling or blowing a horn. So it sounds like Koyer was trying to summon a Kukasaur to practice her flying.
Oh my god, and that was making her sad that no one was coming
the
then.
Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would never respond to a lackluster whistle like that. First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only going to hurt her confidence further.
Yeah, it's like a cycle, isn't it?
And getting trapped in that vicious circle is the
Yeah.
kind of thing that'll make people go wingless.
A circle is a better way to describe it. It's like, yeah, she wants to get a Kukazar. She can't get a Kukazar. She's sad about not being able to get a Kukazar, which leads to her not being able to get a Kukazar, right? Because it would lead to the Kukazar is too proud to deal with her. She can't get a Kukazar. She's sad about a Kukazar. Yeah, it keeps going around and around.
Surely there must be something we can do to help.
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in a rut. If she wants to return to the sky, she has to overcome that for herself.
Beautifully stunning music as always in Alan.
I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse. Let me give you a tour around the tribe once this
That'd
is
be
all
lovely.
over.
That'd be so nice, Chasca. So glad to see Chasca, like, again. Of course we knew we were going to see Chasca for this mission, right? But it was just like how quickly she showed up. Because sometimes with the tribal quest, the character that you're talking to for the tribal quest won't show up immediately, you know? That was the case for Shilonin, for Kinich, for Mulani. They tend to not, like, show up right away.
Koyer still isn't giving up. Even though Chasca said that she has to do this by herself, Paimon can't help feeling like maybe we can nudge her in the right direction.
Possibly.
What if we could get a cuckoo sword to fly up to her? That might give her the confidence boost she needs.
How are we going to do that? Actually, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, how are we going to do that? Here we go, Act 1, the wingless of Tilokan? Tilokan. Indwell oh, we have to be the... Okay. That's interesting. And then they might give her a little bit of a confidence boost. I do want to see if that mission is still blocked now. So it will be blocked until we do this mission. Okay, interesting. Interesting. It's going to be blocked no matter what. Hey. How you doing? Make it seem natural, you know? I didn't hear something, right? Like, we're joking about us being a Kukusar. Like, can you imagine the pressure of, like, how that makes you... Because we know that, like, one of the things in Alan, we said it since we came here, is like, oh my god, the sentimentality is amazing. How they, like, really, like, you know, rely on their traditions and their past and stuff like this. But that can also, like, put pressure on a lot of people, right? And in this case, it's like, I'm wingless. And, of course, it's going to make you even more sad. We saw what happened with Kachina, the pressure she put on herself. That ended up, like, ended up helping her in a lot of ways because she was able to, like, you know, make it like so she, despite all the pressure she has, she was able to, like, become better. So it's not like the pressure made her better, but it was her friends who made her better. Nalan is a big theme of, like, bonds. Like, it's a very big theme of bonds from the start. Then we have, like, you know, it's like, you know, you have Kenichi who doesn't, like, you know, cave into that pressure at all. And I really feel like there's a big theme of, like, you know, the kind of traditional pressures and stuff like that. And it can be a big deal. In our cultures as well, in our world, right? I think, like, you know, I grew up in a Catholic country. Like, and obviously I was grew up in a time where that wasn't really a thing in terms of, like, the pressures that would be put on you. Yes, we still had, like, a little bit of that stuff. But once you, like, become, like, an adult, that you can just, like, separate yourself completely from that, you know? But, you know, if you're back in the day, though, you can only imagine, like, the amount of pressure that type of stuff puts on you. Like, you know, you didn't show up to church this week? I don't know. Oh, you know, you did this and it's against this religion, you know? And I'm not saying this is the same thing, by the way, because they're actually very respectful when it comes to this tribe, because, like, they're not, like, disrespecting the wingless. There's a hope that they will become, you know, that they'll be able to do it in the end. And I think that's such a beautiful aspect as well. It's such a beautiful aspect for me, for sure. So beautiful.
It's a Kukusaur.
Oh my god, she's so happy.
Gosh.
I feel...
Is this really happening?
Oh my god.
I summoned one.
I know, I feel really good, but at the same time, I'm like, I hope this just, like, builds her confidence. That's what we want, right?
I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely.
Oh my god, that's so difficult.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
You can see the relief in her voice, or hear it, sorry. Looks like her mood's lifting. Now wait until she's not looking to fly out of here.
Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together? Right now?
I mean, we could.
I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns.
She's a sweetheart.
So I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers.
And it's also like, I want to help her with this flying practice because you can see she's, like, so determined that she wants this so badly. Like, that sounds complicated. I'm out of my dead. This is too dangerous.
Also, I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers.
Let's go. I'm up for it. I know it's probably going to be difficult, but if we were allowed to do it, I'd do it. Crikey. I've never carried a passenger, let alone while doing all that. I need to get out of here.
Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Is someone else trying to summon a Kukusaur?
Is Chasca calling us back? Now's my chance.
Hey, wait.
Hopefully that gave her some confidence.
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
Well, they really went over here, didn't they? This is so fun. This is so fun. I do like how... Oh, Chasca's over here now. But... Oh, she's talking to her. Great. Maybe it was Chasca that tried to give us an out there, for sure. It's Kenichi as well. I'm here. Kenichi time.
Chasca! I summoned a Kukusaur!
Oh my god.
They do still respond to me after all!
I hope this leads to her, like, you know, gaining that confidence, and it seems like she has. You know,
Although,
a little bit.
Unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again before I had a chance to go for a flight.
But now you have hope, right? Now there's something you can do.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again. Keep at it, and you'll pass the trial eventually.
Awesome. Awesome. Great lesson.
You're right. You know, I almost thought about giving up, but I'm glad I didn't.
Hey, Chasca, how's Koyer doing?
Huh?
Oh my
Who are
god,
you?
Paimon.
How do you know my name?
These are my, friends. The Traveler and Paimon. You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about up-and-coming warriors in our tribe.
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you.
Chasca's so good at covering this.
What do you mean up and coming? I'm closer to being wingless than I
No,
am
no,
to
no, look what
passing
you just
the
did.
trial.
Look what you just did.
Anyway, we haven't met before, have we? You look so familiar somehow.
Oh, for real?
Maybe you saw him in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. He's been all over Natlan lately, so it's not surprising that you've seen him around.
Maybe?
If you say so.
Yeah, that must be it.
Koyer, Chasca.
Oh, we can actually see one, like one in action while they're actually flying one of them. Is there something wrong, though?
Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh my god, the outfits.
Oh, Elder Alpa! What's the matter?
I thought I should tell you myself. We're going to redo the flying trials.
Come on.
Redo them? How come?
Go on,
This is
Coiler.
so unexpected. And I can't believe you came out here just to tell us that in person.
You can do this. You can do this.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then we started to notice many candidates performing worse than expected.
So it was not your fault.
So we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely
There you
impacted
go.
candidate performance.
See, you should have confidence in yourself.
This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly. I know it doesn't make up for it, but I thought bringing you this message in person was the least I could do.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Oh, okay.
How much better is that?
Chasca, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
That's us.
You've heard of us?
That's us.
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in Natlan. Actually, I've been meaning to invite you to enjoy our tribe's hospitality
That'd be
for
awesome.
some time.
That'd be so awesome.
Hospitality? That includes food, right?
Honestly, yeah. Like as much as Paimon thinks about food all the time. That's funny. Honestly, I'm kind of with her. Like going to a different culture and trying some food. Heck yeah.
Of course it does.
Are you kidding me?
If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Mighty warriors are highly revered in our tribe.
That's awesome. I'm getting chills.
Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss. So I like the chance to show you our gratitude on behalf of the whole tribe.
Honestly, whatever we did do, was not a pledge. Pleasure's not the word for it. We would have done it anyway, you know?
Mighty warriors, plural?
Oh yeah.
Paimon counts too?
I just realized. Paimon, look at this.
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of
Oh
our
my
tribe.
god. That's a good point.
The
Paimon.
Flower Feather clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
This is like when Paimon never wanted to leave Inazuma because everyone was just praising her all the time. And honestly, rightly so. That's so awesome.
Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid I still have to inform the other candidates about the retrials. With our younger generation's future on the line, there's no time to lose.
Okay, this is so cool.
Wait, Elder Alpa. Let me help. The sooner everyone gets the news, the better.
Okay, that's nice. Nice of you.
Very well. In that case, Chasca, could I leave you to entertain our guests?
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later. Koyer, let's get going.
Okay.
So good. Alpa and Koiler fly away riding a Kukazur.
All right, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask.
Yes, we did do that. Yes, 100%. But I love that she knows that we, like, I think that's the question she's going to ask anyway. But I love that, like, they also, like, praise Paimon. Because anyone who praises Paimon is, as you guys know, I've said it a million times, that's the instant way to get to my heart. Instantly. And it makes sense. Like people can say what they want about Paimon. Well, they can't, actually. But, no, I'm joking. But, Paimon does have great flying skills, and the reason I say this is because she does fly in all directions. She'll sometimes dance as she's flying as well. Last episode, she literally flew under a table and came out the other side of the table and still stayed upright as she looked up. While it was for comedic effect, still the core strength of your wings you need to have for that. You know what I mean? The core strength of your cape. I'm sorry, like, impressive as heck.
That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call. That was your doing, wasn't it?
I love her, like, moving back.
I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something was off the second I saw
it was us.
His whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you.
Wow.
So I figure you must have been pulling the strings somehow.
And it's interesting that she saw through, like, a Kukasaur and saw mannerisms that we have, you know? I can't believe you saw through it.
He looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride, so I whistled to give
That
him
was
a
you,
chance to
okay,
escape.
okay. Man, I love Chasca.
And judging by the look on your face, that was a welcome intervention, huh?
It was, thank you so much.
It's all right. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you for answers, and I'll keep my speculations to myself.
Her voice is so nice as well. She's very good at, like, keeping the peace, right? And that's her whole thing, right? That's her whole thing. But even, like, in these conversations, she's like, hey, to avoid any, like, further embarrassment or speculation or anything like this, let's just leave it there, you know?
You're the kind of person I'd still trust, even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them for good.
Technically, I deceived Coiler. Does that count as for good? I think it is. I think if it gives her more confidence, she's about to go back and retake the test, so I think it's good.
I think the ends justify the means in this case.
I agree.
She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict.
I think in some cases like this, it is 100% okay to, like, tell a few fibs, you know?
If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, having said that, there's a small chance she might have recognized her and seen through the whole thing. That would have done more harm than good.
Well, luckily no harm was done in the end.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're free now, how about I give you that tour I promised?
100%, that'd be amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I adore Chasca as a character so freaking much. We also adore her makeup, but that's a whole different story as well. Oh, we're going this way? Wait, that's not it? I was so sure that was the clan. That's a different place altogether? So it's up here. What's this then? Is this just a cool space you can go into? Like, we have to go there at some point. Yeah. But, like, you can definitely tell that, like, she is, like, just, like, not only just a good person, because there's lots of good people in Genshin, but she's very good at, like, talking to people, at resolutions, at making people feel better, at, like, you know, stepping in when a situation gets really tough. She's very good at that, too. She's also very good at communication, which is also a really important thing. But that's what makes her such an interesting character, by the way, is because one of her traits that she had with Koichi, who we miss very much so as well, and it's what makes her a good character, by the way. And this is and there's loads of aspects to make her a good character. But one of the main things about how you become a good character is usually like you say what, like, there's a lot of things to make you a good character. But one of the coolest things I think is always when I heard it before was like, and I've said it before in Genshin. Look at that, not look at that, but you say one thing and you usually do another, right? And what I basically mean by that is like, Chasca is a conflict mediator, right? She finds resolutions for people in conflicts, but she's also someone who has trouble with her own anger. She's also someone who would argue with her sister all the time and wouldn't be able to resolve that conflict. And it instantly goes like, oh, okay, so she can resolve conflicts for everybody, but like for herself, she still gets a little bit frustrated sometimes, you know? I didn't mean to go the wrong way, by the way. I just didn't know which way to get in there. Oh my god, they get ready to fight?
Ready? I'm gonna
Cool hat, kid. Cool hat.
Uh-oh. Are they fighting? Should we try and break
I think
them
it's a clan of warriors, so they might not be, you know.
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
up? That training? A little young for that, aren't they?
They're the ones that are going to be protecting Natlan for years.
Not us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation, responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan.
Wow.
And even though times have changed, we've kept our martial spirit alive.
Hey, is that Chasca?
Oh, look at this kid over here. Look at this with the hat.
Chasca, you're back.
Oh, can you come train with us?
They have a lot of respect for Chasca.
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and Paimon around. Maybe next time.
The Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior and legendary flying expert?
Legendary? Yeah, that's us, alright.
Honestly, though, like, we should, like, I kind of get where Paimon's coming from. Because, like, for me, like, praise, I never get used to it in any small doses. Like, I know it's a completely different thing, but, like, whenever, like, I get, like, comments on the channel being like, your videos make my... Oh, it's a bird. Your videos make my day brighter. Every time I hear that, even if I hear that, like, 5 times a week, I'm like, holy hell. Like, this is amazing. But in this case as well, it's like, Paimon is told that, and the Traveler's told she's legendary. They're legendary all the time, right? But I guess Paimon doesn't get those same compliments, but she should.
Awesome. It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride
Look
a
at this, oh my
cuckoo
god!
sword. Even Chasca could only do that for short distances.
What do you think, Paimon?
Mr. Traveler, can you teach me some cool sword
And of course
tricks?
the sword tricks as well. These kids are adorable.
Mr. Traveler, my family shop makes the best volcano cake. You gotta
Oh
try
yeah,
it.
this is amazing.
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guests. They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway.
Chasca, these kids are adorable. And honestly, like, if they want to praise Paimon some more, they can.
Katini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own?
Interesting lesson.
Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks
True.
until you've mastered the basics.
True.
Have you done all your sword drills today?
True.
And Yatlan, easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
She was okay. This lava kick sounds amazing. Okay? Plug your business. Honestly, look at this. The one who wants to fly, the tough warrior, the businesswoman. You're all doing good, but yeah, Chasca's a great role model. Chasca's mini lectures calm the children. I love this kid
Sorry
was
about those
doing
kids.
PR
I
for
just
her
got
business.
overexcited when they heard your name.
That's the
I
best.
hope it didn't bother you too much.
Not at all. Jesus Christ, it was lovely.
This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
No, I think she's amazing, that kid. Like, she shows up and she's already advertising her business. Honestly, amazing.
Whoa, it smells amazing. Traveler, you want some?
It does smell pretty good.
That's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chasca, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon figured you'd be more... aloof, maybe?
I can get that impression, why someone would have that impression, but for me with Chasca, the impression that I always have with Chasca when we were with her for like the first times we met her and the first few times we were with her in the Archon quest was someone who like is very dedicated to helping other people and someone who will give you advice even unprompted. You know what I mean?
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that. Around the time when I first joined the tribe. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can only be resolved by force.
Oh, by beating both parties into submission? Would
Yep.
you know she's done that before?
Exactly. As long as other options are available, I try to avoid that at all costs. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days.
Yep.
But peace achieved through genuine dialogue actually benefits both sides.
Yeah, and it's obviously like a very tough situation because you can go through different times in history and have different ideas and different ideals of when, you know, fighting back has worked or when, you know, when a lack of violence has worked and stuff like this. But the way she's saying it like makes perfect sense because what she's saying is that like if you go up to two people and you say, you two better behave and be friends or else, right? What's going to happen there is you're going to have a lack of respect from both sides to the point that they're not going to want to actually like resolve any conflict in the future, and it will just end up in a fight in the future. But what Chasca's saying is actually very true, is that like if you know, if you resolve it through actual words and peace and they can actually understand each other, then in the future it would lead to less violence.
Even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because they're both armed to the teeth.
That's true. Hey, Chasca!
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you.
Uncle Cusco? Great name.
Oh, thanks. Traveler, Paimon, gotta dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Okay.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution: grab the fan and run before the you-know-what
Oh my
hits.
god, so she's actually running away from this guy.
Trust Chasca to make even running away sound cool.
Yep, it does sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything later.
So there's literally like a... Okay, let's see here now. So we have to like go up here and like run away. Oh, should we get this waypoint as well? For true. Let's get the waypoint for true. Man, I adore Chasca and I adore being around this tribe. I adore seeing all the different tribes as well. And now we're here in the Flower Feather clan, which you've heard of for a while as well. Coordinate with Chasca by splitting up. It's such a beautiful place as well. Such a beautiful place.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object.
Not object.
You must be the traveler in Paimon.
Paimon.
I heard Chasca was with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
No.
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I?
Music is great.
Only her father.
So it's her father?
She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of 4.
This is a very common thing with Chasca. Helping other people, solving conflicts. But like when it comes to like taking care of herself, she like throws caution to the wind.
Yes.
We know this, right?
She got exposed to abyssal energy
Yeah,
as a
we
young
know this.
child. Then her birth parents abandoned her.
Dirt.
It's lucky those wild cucosaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. They took her under their wing and raised her as one of their own. Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight, or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
Honestly, it just makes her so much, like, she's so fun. You know what I mean? She's such a fun character.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
Yes. Sounds like there were more going on than just being aloof, yet there was reasons for her being aloof. She felt probably more comfortable with the cucosaurs.
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started trying to bring it under control. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it. Anyway, she's much more human these days.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about her.
Right.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition ever took a turn for the worse, she wouldn't be brushing it aside like this.
Then what's there to worry about?
It's just, every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss,
Right.
of course. Oh no.
Yeah, caution
That's
to the
all
wind.
Fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy.
Look at this area in the background, by the way, as well. I want to get a good look at this, too. It looks amazing.
She's been living dangerously again. I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups. She wants to hide it from us.
That area in the back is insane.
Yeah, Paimon can see her doing that.
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye
Yeah.
on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I don't want to lose
That's
another daughter.
rough. That feeling has to be rough.
Chasca's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it somehow.
Like the loss of Koichi. As again, we know people are going to feel it.
Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful
Wow.
for me. Even if she doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah, it seems like everyone does care so much about her,
If she
right? They
doesn't
really
want
do.
to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in harm's way.
And you have to let her fly and do her own thing. I'm sorry I keep getting distracted by this area in the back. We need to take a look at this. But, like, I think that, like, you know, it's totally understandable for a father not to want his daughter to be in danger. It's more than understandable. Oh, and she heard all of it. She heard every bit of it. Our Chasca. Just a great character. She's so fantastic. Cusco rambles about Chasca and Koichi. You patiently listen until the bitter end. He adores these gals.
Where did the time
Adores
go?
them.
We should be back up with Chasca before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right?
They like... So it's this area up here. I wonder if that's like to do with the... Maybe it's to do with the Ashen... Like the Powder City, the Ashen place? The Ash City, the Powder City? We'll see. So it's up here to the totem pole. Oh my god. Yeah, he very much cares about her quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Hey, Chasca. Hey, Alba.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say?
He's a very, 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 very worried. But he's very caring of you, for sure. That used to run away from home nearly every day, and then nearly half your peers got beaten up by you as a kid.
I was sometimes a little impulsive
For
back
sure,
then.
for sure.
That's putting it mildly.
Yeah.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back and had Cusco and his family take you in. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower
So
Feather
cool.
clan.
Such a great way to put it as well.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chasca back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom.
Oh my god, her Kukasaur mom.
Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized. I clashed with everyone who had to deal with me.
And it's crazy that they like the Kukasars knew that like, okay, she can't be here forever, you know what I mean? We can live in harmony, but like she needs to be taken care of by humans, you know?
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. How time flies. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
Big pressure. Big pressure.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least Paimon figured that's how your tribe would work.
Some tribes do work like that, right? Well, no, the Pyroarchon thing works like that, right?
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
Great stuff.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down.
Really? I had you down as the lead warrior like Chasca.
Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City.
The Cinder City.
To try and prove myself. But it was foolish of me. I wasn't ready.
That's so cool, the Cinder City, right? Such a great term for it. Like, because I was saying Ashen or Powder City, right? Because that's what they were referencing it as, but Cinder City sounds so freaking cool, because yeah, cinders make sense too.
I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose. But after that, I never seriously considered myself a strong fighter.
Okay.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries. Don't you think that's a display of strength in its own right?
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon, there are some simple refreshments on the table. Please help yourselves.
Thank you so much.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part.
Didn't you just gorge yourself on a whole bunch of cakes? No, she can eat as much as she wants.
They were for the snack stomach.
Exactly.
The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space.
Yes, and you don't have to explain yourself to anyone, Paimon. You can have whatever you want whenever you want. Alright?
Paimon is so full.
Great voice acting.
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us as long as you like.
Sweet.
Elder Alba? There's, something's come up.
What's something?
Hmm?
What happened? Is it serious? Shall I deal with it?
It's... Some merchants showed up, not from our tribe. They said they're here to discuss some potential collaboration with us.
But she seemed pretty panicked, right? Or maybe she's just naturally panicky. That could happen. There are people like that.
Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
A busy schedule. I guess that comes with being elder.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants. You shouldn't be trying to do everything at your age.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
It'll help the digestion process.
Oh, well, much obliged. Chasca, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Let's see. Pishika now manages the floating target balloons. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feathered prize, and Junon spends her days up on the flying platform, staring at the Cinder City. I'll leave you to tell them the news.
Let's go. Doing some errands around the place too. Makes us feel good, right? Makes us feel like we're helping out quite a bit too. As can each.
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game. No Kukasaur is ever going to approve of that, no matter how many times I try.
Waskar, I can assure you,
Waskar. Beautiful name.
Kukasaurus wouldn't judge you for something like that.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone's a natural like you. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds. In the meantime, I think I'm going to treat myself to a few more games of eyes on the feathered prize.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a total lost cause.
You used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaurus approval.
Right.
Are all Kukasaurs so strict? The ones in floating target balloons and eyes on the feathered prize seem pretty chilled out.
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the skies with a human life on your back. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukasaur themselves. If the rider makes a mistake, they both suffer the consequences. So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurs. If someone isn't up to standard, we have to reject them. Even if it means breaking their hearts.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I wouldn't feel bad about that aspect for sure. I mean, it's 100% makes sense to feel like, you know, a little bit down about it, right? But like, you know, it's for everyone's safety as well, and for the harmony between you and the Kukasaurs, 100%. It makes sense.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
Another beautiful name. So many beautiful names.
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with my life nowadays.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh?
Mutoda?
Ah, did Alpa send you?
Oh.
I was just telling Pashika the news, actually.
It's so interesting whenever you see like someone with scars all over their body. You're kind of like, that tells a story of some kind, right? That's like constant battling.
The way things are with the tribe these days. I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This here...
come on,
I'm
boss.
so sorry, guys. It
Do you
happens
have any
once per
idea
episode.
How long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. I'm not cut out for that anymore. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me trying out for the flying squad now. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless.
So some people are just like, okay.
Elder Alpa's perseverance is something else.
That's so interesting. Some people are just like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's fine. I've come to peace with it, which is interesting.
And like, it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons,
beautiful, isn't it?
I can still reach the skies.
So pretty.
Handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces, that's enough for me.
To me, balloons will always be a very, like, horrible thing because of what happened in the Act 4, to be honest.
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth holding on to.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't force you.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, You'll see why I love it so much.
I'm a little busy at the moment, but next time, sure. The last time we took a balloon ride, it was very traumatic. Like, it just was. Like,
No problem. If you ever want
I associate it with the
try,
war now.
You know where to find me.
It's horrible, but I do. I associate it with, like, all the death and the suffering that was around the place. And it's horrible to think about. It's not nice because they should be, like, something of, like, great joy. But it's just the case. It's the way I see it. The music, man, it's so good. I love... this is like my favorite. It makes me feel so happy when you see some stuff from like Sumeru in the distance. Like there's the mausoleum of King Deseret. There's a tree in the distance where you know, Sorush was. Right there's where I had my first date with Xiao. It's just so incredible. What a time. Unlock this as well. This place, is that Oktanatlan? Actually, don't tell me, because we'll find out, right? We will find out. Wait, it's not even like oh, it is water, but it's like a fog over it. So freaking cool. I love this. Stunning. Stunning, 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 stunning. So beautiful. Look at the clouds behind it as well. You okay?
Hey, Junan. Gazing out.
It is Oktanatlan
again, huh?
Chasca, you weren't supposed to tell me. Spoilers. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Chasca? What are you doing here? Is something up?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again soon. Want to give it another try?
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. I've failed so many times already that I've decided to call it quits for good. I'm done.
They're showing all the different like reactions to like, you know, failing and maybe not like, you know, being called wingless, right?
Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me, but nothing's gonna change. I'm not going to suddenly pass just because they're holding another trial.
The confidence is gone from her as well. It's gone.
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smoother than before. Koyer's gonna try again.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, the location shouldn't affect my chances.
No, you can do it.
A true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions, like you and Elder Alpa. Junan! They're redoing the... Huh?
Oh my god, she's so excited! We really put confidence back in Coiler. That's awesome.
I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go.
Oh my god, the enthusiasm makes me so happy. Come on, look. And you see the opposite side of the spectrum as well. Look, oh my god.
What? Why? But you've always looked up to Elder Alpa. She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in the end. If she can do it, why can't you?
That's a good way of looking at it. That's a really good way of looking at it.
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again. Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. All right, well, how about we just treat this as you being my mentor? Then will you train with me?
Come on.
I mean...
I just like, it's so interesting to show the two sides of the coin here, right?
Umming and ahhing. Let's just get up in the air and figure it out as we go.
That is so sweet.
Wait, hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, zooming on when they chose the hard way.
They've been best friends
it's so
since they
sweet.
were kids. If anyone knows how to get Junan out of a rut, it's Koyer.
Yeah.
You helped Koyer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, people often talk about how one conflict leads to another and so on. But sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
Look at that in the distance. Look at that. That's Act 1 done. Act 1 was like long, but I think it's just because I was traveling quite a bit. It would make sense that it's quite long just because of how much travel I did.
Hopefully the tribes are getting back to normal. The Flower Feather clan was hit the hardest, right? That's Chasca's tribe. Maybe we should check how everyone's doing.
You know what's interesting about this? While like, you know...
We might be able to help them out.
And here's the thing...
We've notified all the wingless on the list now, right? Where to next?
The trial arena. It's not far from the tribe.
See, we got some information to be like, hey... Like, you know, we should check on the tribe after everything that happened. This was hit the hardest, right? I can't believe how beautiful this looks in the distance. Oh my god, we're gonna go totally like on that trip up there. The architecture looks exactly like what I like about this. But yeah, I like... It's interesting because it seems like you're supposed to do maybe these acts like in between stuff like this. Like they probably want you to do the acts like every now and then. Or at least that's the way I see it. So you're not supposed to do it maybe just all in one go. So I'm starting to think that maybe I 100% did when I wasn't really wrong for doing the Children of Echoes Act 1 and 2 first. Because yeah, there's definitely a reference there that made it seem like we waited a while after Act 1 and 2 there to like check on this again. Especially it seems like we're referencing the battle or whatever as well. Yeah, this is so cool. This is so cool. So let's continue on with the Act 2 of this, I suppose. It's been sun. It has been sunny. It has been fun so far. Look at this place, guys. Like, I'm sorry, the architecture, everything, like, I'm going to die when we get to go there. It is going to be so amazing. I'm so freaking, like, excited. And it's next week. We're going to go there next week.
Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now. How are things looking here?
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders caused by repeat abyss invasions.
Okay.
Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. But that's proving difficult to achieve in practice, for all sorts of reasons.
Do you want us to help?
Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to ask the staff for more details.
Thank you. Man, Chasca looks so cool. I adore Chasca, the night before the trial. So I guess the third act is probably going to be all about the trial, I'm guessing. That's my perception. Oh, look at this, like a bunch of different obstacles. Oh, we have to clear out the obstructions ourselves. Oh, we're playing as Chasca! I was like, I was just like looking at the map and I was like, okay, I guess we jump it down. We're actually playing as Chasca. Let's look at her fighting animations, right? So she's an archer. Cool stuff. And of course we have the freaking gun. We have the freaking gun, guys. Do you want to help us? I will help.
I think it should be possible to clear this spout with just a few hard hits. But there are signs of strange life in here. Meddling with it might be dangerous.
So... Oh my god. I see, I never used Chasca. And we did get a, I thought that was the spout there. Let's try this here.
Monsters!
Oh my god, monsters! First of all, let's just do this. Why not? Especially since we have a bit more damage on us as well. So let's try and use Chasca's ability. Okay, that's kind of fun. We're just shooting them.
Open fire.
Okay, that is super fun. Look at this. That is so fun. Look at her as well. Look at her.
Oh, this spout should be good now. Thank you very much.
No problem. Okay, Chasca's awesome. Chasca's so freaking cool. Where are we going next? Over here? We could go on her like freaking... Wait, X to go up? Wait, how far can we ascend though? Oh, not that far. Okay.
Okay.
That is so fun, guys. Oh, we're out of phlogiston. That's fine. That's fine. That was exhilarating because I saw her being used before, right? But like using her is like is a completely different situation, right? It's completely different. Are we gonna fall here? No, we can get up here. So freaking fun, and she looks so cool. So is another spout? We just hit these spouts. Maybe this one. Maybe she'll tell us.
Crazy. I put all of my strength into it, but it just won't break. Maybe Inkanak was right after all. If a stable structure is formed inside the solid phlogiston, I'll need to hit all the weak spots at the same time to break it.
Oh.
But how am I supposed to do that?
Chasca. Very cool.
Open fire.
So freaking fun. And then we just drop down again, right?
Okay.
So freaking fun. Wait, is this not what we do now? Or is there another weak spot? Oh, is this the... How did I do this before? Was it already done? It's already done. Okay. My bad. I was like, what do I do here? Oh my god. Okay, I need to like level up my characters so I can have like all Natlan teams. I'm definitely, I know I've been a little bit behind, but I'm definitely trying to get on it, guys. I definitely am.
How strange. Why is there so much solid phlogiston here?
Well, it could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe it got swept up here due to the ley line disturbances? And I did see those strange markings on the cliff.
I can't think of a way to resolve this. Short of going all the way to the Children of Echoes to borrow it to Petlisor.
And we can help out. We can definitely help out. So we're about to be going here? Is it over... Let's try this. Like this? So freaking fun. I love that, like, it's just like these little tasks we're doing for this community. It's so fun.
Okay.
Wait, can you imagine, like, past... Oh my god.
Is this
I now
really
regret not
necessary?
getting Chasca. Like, can you imagine swapping between the two of them with Phlogiston? It'd be so fun. Wait, it's up here? Why did I go over there? Oh my god, we're literally flying on a gun. I love Chasca. I love her. And what do you got?
Oh, are you here to help? Thank goodness. There's no way I could do all this by myself.
Ogden Allen is beckoning me. Look at this in the background.
So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb, but carrying explosives up that steep slope would be a recipe for disaster.
Okay.
If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, my plan was to transport the bomb to the other side, then send it over in a hot air balloon. All I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top of the spout.
Okay, so it's a timing thing.
Solved.
Look at this in the backdrop. Ogden Allen. Is that Fontaine's waterfalls as well?
What do you think? Simple enough, right?
Sure. Let's try it. Is a hot air balloon up there yours too?
Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. Or how they got it up so high. I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. Ah, well. Getting the trial arena back in order is more important. I'll head over and set up now. Let me know when you're ready.
Sure. Sure. So...
Alright! Get ready!
Clear out the obstructions.
Take me up.
Is that right? No, we didn't do it at the right place. Did I do it wrong? Oh, we did it again. Okay. That's such a... Okay, so it has to drop over this, I guess.
Alright! Get ready!
I was worried there. Okay, let's go. Look at her. Look at her. She's so legit cool. We might not get this in time here.
The gaseous phlogiston is
So
being
cool.
replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
I don't know about phlogiston, but I want to go for a swim. No, that was so fun. That was so legit fun. And we're heading back over here. I'm gonna get you the freaking Spider-Man. This game, man, Natlan traversal is top tier. It is the best traversal in the game. Like, it is. Like, by a mile, right? It is, to me. It's so freaking good. Like, maybe apart from Vaughn. Like, Vaughn flying through the air is just, it's unbeatable, actually.
Wow, you took care of everything in no time at all. Incredible work.
Thank you.
Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is fully replenished. Then we can kick off the retrials.
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first.
Yeah?
Just to make sure we're not missing anything. Could you arrange that for me?
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready. There could still be other hazards we're unaware of.
All the more reason to have me test it out.
That makes sense.
Think of it as another inspection.
That does make sense.
I guess you're right. With your flying skills, you won't be in any serious danger, even if there are hazards we overlooked.
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable, but a test flight is the only way to catch any lingering issues.
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm sold for this. If we get to do it as well, it's gonna be so fun.
Are you ready? This should be a piece of cake for Chasca. But still, try to be careful.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
All right, then spread your wings and fly.
So good. Let's go. So, we have to pass through the rings?
Take me up.
Okay, and we go down a little bit is circle. And we have infinite phlogiston. This is so fun. Like, this is just like a very like cool traditional style minigame, but it's in Genshin, right? Like the idea of going through the rings feels like Spyro or something, you know? But the fact that we're sitting on a gun, she looks so cool, guys. She really does. She looks so cool. Let's be honest here. One leg up, one leg down. The ruler of our destiny. The ruler of my life. Is there more up in the air? Down we go like this, right? And there's more. Look at the way she lifts her leg over as well, guys. Look at this. So sick. It's just, she's so cool, right? And of course, I know like everyone, like people can dislike her design and like for various reasons and you know, valid reasons. That's not a problem whatsoever. And you guys know I'll never have a problem with people disagreeing with my takes on design. I just really think she's a cool character. This is so fun. I could do this for hours. When in the time limit, I didn't realize there was a time limit, guys. Let's be honest with you. I was just doing this for the good of the universe. Oh God. I was just doing this for like fun. I didn't know there was a time limit, but it makes sense that there is.
Was amazing. Paimon couldn't take her eyes off you.
So any further issues with the venue?
No, nothing major. Give it a few days, and we should be able to conduct the trials.
Okay.
Help! Help me!
Oh no. Wait.
You're from the Flower Feather clan, right?
Is that a Fontaine person?
Come quick, you've got to help us!
Catch your breath first. What's the situation?
We got attacked by a Kukasaur.
Oh.
My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were transporting. Please, I'm begging you, save them.
Huh? Are Kukusaurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people unprovoked?
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions to every rule.
Yeah.
Let's go check it
We
out.
might as well, just in case, especially if like, you know, we talked about it before, like animals like not acting as they usually do is a very worrying thing. We had that in the Shalonen quest as well, where we like, we're very worried about that too. These look like Fontaine guys, right?
Ouch!
I've never seen such an aggressive Kukusaur.
What? There's Alpha.
Chasca? Traveler? This is a surprise.
Elder Alba?
Alpha, sorry.
So, where's this aggressive Kukusaur we've heard about?
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized that reinforcements were coming.
So it got scared then in the end.
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place? Was it after the food?
No. These merchants are even transporting food.
Ah, thank goodness.
So why did it attack?
The phlogiston wings are intact.
Phlogiston wings.
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These phlogiston wings are our most prized goods. If anything happened to them, it would ruin us.
What?
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us? Wormy told me about you.
Yeah, that's us. So I take it you're Elder Ulpa?
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey.
She's such a gentle tone with her voice, isn't she?
Shaking up from the attack. Let me bring you back to our tribe to rest. We can talk business after you've recovered.
But Elder Alba, what about the Kukasaur attack?
It's interesting, isn't it? I'm still a bit like shell-shocked because I don't know what to think of it.
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are intact. Perhaps that Kukasaur was just having a bad day.
A very nice way to put it, I suppose.
There are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it any further. More importantly, how are the preparations for the flying trials going? Is everything in order over at the
And I totally
arena?
understand why she wouldn't want to pursue it further, because it's like, okay, an animal attacked someone. Maybe they were just angry, you know? Everything's on track. It does make sense, but,
Did
you
you
know.
say flying trials? What a coincidence! Sounds like a perfect use case for our phlogiston wings. You'll be pleasantly surprised by what they can do.
Oh, really? Now I'm intrigued.
Well then, let's forget all about this Kukasaur attack for now. We have some serious business to discuss.
Businessman over here.
Huh? So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we better get going.
Chasca's thinking about this. What are you looking at? What's that? Is there blood on that?
Blood-stained feather.
Yeah. You've forgotten about the piece of Prince of Flower. Okay. And the flying trials continue their preparations. And that's Act 2. So the next act we're going into is like, there's Kukasaur there? No, I'm sorry.
The Flower Feather Clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out.
Help! 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 They were right. The Kukasaur's attacking. Help! 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 I don't want Fremine to die at all. Ever. So let's see what this trial is going to be about. They have like a little bit of hints of like something going wrong, especially with that animal that was getting angry there as well. But I trust Chasca is able to like, sort this out if we follow her. Man, I adore Chasca.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. You came.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time. Although, can't say the same for the Kukasaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Well, there's only 2 of them?
Yeah. You'll see why soon enough.
Oh, see why?
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
Wait, what? What?
Whoa!
Wait, what? What is happening? They have jetpacks?
I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Kukasaur.
What is happening?
These phlogiston wings are
Phlogiston wings. This is the product they were talking about. They said they created jetpacks.
What's going on?
They have jetpacks and like Pokeballs.
Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
What happened while we were gone? Did we go to sleep for another 500 years?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings.
That's crazy, man.
It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous
Oh
phlogiston.
my! I'm sorry. That would be absolutely terrifying. I'm flying in the air with a jetpack and I'm playing monkey ball with my life. Basically, that sounds terrifying.
That's incredible.
It is incredible. Like it's an incredible invention. It just sounds so scary.
Yeah. If our tribe, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and responsiveness in times of crisis.
True, I actually do agree with that. Like, especially like if you need to travel, there's so much like mountainous areas in Natlan. There's no like it's very rare to find like a full flat surface that's flat for a long time in Natlan. So like it would make sense to like be able to just travel over the terrain in a way that wouldn't make you tired.
Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
And this is what she's thinking of right now. She's right, but yeah, like I said, that because the terrain is the way it is, by the way, it just makes perfect sense. And you can see as well, look at Wander's eyes, look at the close-up they're doing with Chasca here. it's very clear. It's very clear that she's thinking about like what just happened and making sure that doesn't happen again.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just fly on my own without the help of a Kukasaur?
It sounds like it looks incredible. It is. No, it is incredible. Let's be honest here. It's incredible. Yeah.
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed the flying trial. Right, Elder Alba?
You can pass it without even the Kukasaur? You don't have to, like, I don't think you have to pass them, right? Like, I feel like the whole trial is about doing the Kukasaur thing, right?
Elder Alpa?
Right?
Should this really count as a pass if we did the trial using phlogiston wings?
I think it's a fair point to bring up. I'm not trying to bring down their day, by the way. Like, you know, but I feel like if it is like, unless you want to change the rules a little bit, like, it's none of my business if you want to do that.
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a Kukasaur, does it?
Right. Okay. Well, again, like, I'm not trying to ruin their day. You know what I mean?
You may be, but I mean, even Chasca had to ride a Kukasaur in a trial, right? And the whole point of the trial is to test both your flying technique and your ability to work with a Saurian
Right,
companion.
I think the spirit of it's kind of broken a bit then, right? Because it is about, like, the companionship with you and the Saurian and living in harmony.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
See, it's so tough because, like, they seem so happy and they're so excited. But, like, I feel like the whole, especially since we just did the Forgettance quest, like, there is an attempt here to have, like, a, there's been this union between a Saurian and humans for a long time now. And I feel like that's what the test is all about. Wonder what Chasca's gonna think about
Chasca, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
It's a good invention. The sooner it's widely adopted, better. I think it's unknown quantity. You should use it with caution, right? Like, you don't, again, it's a new invention. I think there's nothing wrong with being safe.
Right? That's what I think too.
There's nothing wrong with being safe, right? Because, again, how many inventions are made to, like, last only a little bit? You know, sometimes if you buy, like a laptop, you won't know it's, like, a bit wrong until, like, the next day you have it. You know what I mean? The first day seems like, oh, I'm doing all this stuff. Oh, wait, doesn't do this. Oh, wait, this is this. Oh, this isn't working, you know?
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards if they're using phlogiston wings.
It takes out the whole companion aspect of it, which is a big part of it. I know you guys are upset because it's a big deal for you guys and it's troublesome and you failed before and it's difficult, right? But, like, it's tough.
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this, and now you're saying it doesn't count?
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing systems in our tribe.
If you want to create a different trial, I think that's fine, right? But obviously it feels like it's a different trial.
Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria, tailored to candidates using the phlogiston.
That's so reasonable. So reasonable.
You all raise valid points. But Chasca, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take years to put it into practice. We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost morale in this trying time.
So, yeah, no, and I understand where she's coming from, where she's saying that, like, look, things have gotten so bad that, like, we need to put people, like, fighting as soon as possible, you know, or, like, you know, we need to mobilize people as soon as possible.
And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
It's tough, isn't it? It's super tough.
Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
And I think these two gals are sweet, by the way, especially Coiler is very sweet as well. It's just like, I hope it comes across what I'm trying to say here. I don't want to ruin their day. I understand where everyone's coming from. I think everyone makes such valid points here.
Thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
And you don't want to take that away from someone as well, right?
Elder Alpa! Bad news! Kukasaurs are attacking the merchants again!
It wasn't just a bad mood then. It wasn't just a bad mood.
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Chasca was suspecting something was wrong at the time. She was the one who wanted to kind of explore it even more. Here we go, guns and wings.
Why did Chasca rush off like that? And then Elder Alpha and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
It's such a beautiful area, but like, it's, yeah, Chasca was suspecting something was up yesterday as well. To put a pin in that whole situation that we just had there as well, guys, it's like, you don't want to take that away from them. I do think Chasca's right in saying that it's a completely different trial now. It's not the same thing. But also I understand where Alpha would want to like mobilize people a bit more and have them all together. You know what I mean? I feel that would make sense. She's not wrong, is what I'm saying. It makes sense that she would want a force. Oh, Jesus. Was that intentional? That Kukusar jumped right on top of me there, right in front of me. Do they know something's up? Did Kukusar sense something with these guys?
It's back! It found us again! Run! Get out of here!
Oh my god, the noises.
Curses. She's really riled up this time.
What is happening?
Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get back here and let's fight!
Stop! All of you!
Oh my god, she's so cool. Chasca, you're so cool. Genshin said, like, what if all of our girls are, like, the coolest characters ever?
Chasca! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing!
Oh my god, the quietness of that. Not attacking Chasca yet? It's trying to...
What's going on? Why isn't she doing anything?
So it really is you.
Wait. There's a scar on her nose. Sister?
Wait, sister? That Kukusar is Chasca's sister?
Oh! From when she was raised by the Kukusars! Oh my, look at the scar and it's... Oh my god. So it recognizes Chasca. Oh, I just got chills. That's such... And we know these Kukusars, like, you know, Chasca grew up wanting to fight just like this Kukusar. That's so interesting that they're expanding on this. Koya. That's so interesting that they're expanding on this.
Is Chasca gonna be okay? Should we go check on her?
Yeah, we should. It's so interesting that they're expanding on this because I didn't think... I thought it was just gonna be a story about her past, but like the fact that we can actually explore it here too.
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry.
No, it's fine. You're not gonna keep following her?
No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once she's shaken you off, you'll never catch up to her. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide and seek when we were kids.
When you were kids, this is the family she was with, the Kukusars. Remember they told us about this?
You know I was raised by Kukusaurs.
Yeah.
Anyway, she and I grew up in the nest together. Her name's Koya, and she's my big sister.
Wow, and the fact that you recognize her as well, but of course you would, right? You'd recognize your own...
together all the time.
Family.
Chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until the day I was sent back to live with the humans. Not all Kukusaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other, but she's not fond of other humans.
Right, so probably very territorial as well in some way.
When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant to interact with humans.
She did not want her sister leaving the nest.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away from her.
I wonder if that's how she feels.
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends at first. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild and vent to Koya.
So she still had interactions with her afterwards.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with Saurians to your own kind back then.
It seems to me, it makes her such like a... She's already an interesting character to me, but like they add so many layers upon layers in these story quests, right, to these characters.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. With a new mom and dad, a new tribe, and Koichi. I started getting curious about these humans. and made an effort to understand their behavior.
Right. Oh, she destroyed that, by the
The more
way.
time I spent with them, the less I spent with Koya.
That's tough. That's really tough, isn't it?
And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was willing to leave the tribe and go live in the wilderness.
She wanted to do like a sister companionship, like let's live together type thing in the forest?
As far as I can remember, that was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
My lord.
So, how did you answer her?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes.
So you got like, in other words, you turned her down. Well, yeah, like it seems so.
No, I was torn.
Oh.
On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to embrace my new family and accept my human identity. But I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She took my hesitation as an
dear
answer.
lord, man. That's tough.
She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. We hadn't seen each other since, well, until today. Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked Mom not to tell me where she'd moved to. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. And I didn't go looking for her.
But it's clear after today's events like it might be good to reconcile maybe in a way.
If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. Even if she doesn't want to see me.
Right. She's probably very bitter towards humans,
For
right?
now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe. And see what Mutota and Elder Alba have in mind.
Right. No, I think it's such a beautiful story. I really do think it is. It's, what is that? Sorry for getting sidetracked, guys, but look at this. What is that? So interesting. Nalan's gorgeous, isn't it? It's so stunning. I had to pause for a second, but this is the best idle animation ever, right, isn't it? Going into his own world, Fremmy's world. That's why I called the group Fremmy's world, to be honest. But yeah, I do love how like they're taking this seriously as well, right? Because this is how she grew up, right? Like, and I think it's very easy to like, you know, like for characters to be like, oh, but they're just, you know, they're just animals. But I feel like anyone who like, first of all, like look at it, you can see so clearly now. But like, yeah, I love that because it is serious. It's her sister, it's the animals she grew up in. There's a relationship in Natlan between the animals and the humans that is different from every other region. I love that they're taking it seriously, 100%.
What was wrong with that Kukusaur? Why was it so aggressive? If we just let it escape back into the wild, who's to say it won't attack again?
Do you want what you want to do with it though? Do you want to capture her? I don't really see the benefit of that, if I'm being honest with you. You know, I don't think Chasca's gonna allow that either. I keep seeing in the distance. We're going there next week, guys. I can't wait. We're going there next week. Next Thursday.
So, I hear there's been another Kukusaur attack.
Ha! I knew it. They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
Dude, what the hell? Like, one of the things I love about Natlan is that there is more of an appreciation for the like, there's like a harmony between the animals and the humans, and we've seen that in many tribes. I can't even like fathom to think that like you would think this way, you know?
Hey, show a little respect.
Exactly.
The Kukusaurs are our partners.
Moogie, exactly.
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give a hoot about the rest of us.
Right, but they still protect everything, right? They still help you. Like, they're helping people with traversal. They're helping the flying squad get around the place. In turn, they protect everyone.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings, do we even need the Kukusaurs anymore?
Don't think like this, please. Do not think like this.
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe without them?
I didn't mean it like that.
I understand people are excited by this new thing, right? And I understand as well they need something to protect the tribe because it's terrifying what happened, especially since they got hit the hardest, right? And it's terrifying for everybody, right? We have to find new things. We have to do new things. But man, please don't start thinking like this.
Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will lose its prestigious position?
Oh my.
You take that back!
This is an argument that, like, someone needs to step in and be like, guys.
Things are changing so quickly.
I do like that they're showing the unrest, though. They're showing, like, the opinions here, and that's what's usually cool about these missions. You see, like, the difference in, like, perspectives.
Chasca, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you going to nip it in the
It's
bud?
Chasca's job.
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't
Right.
solve anything. The real source of conflict here is the phlogiston wings. And what happened with Koya.
It's kind of like a perfect storm, isn't it? Koya does this at the same time that they get the new method that can make not using the Kukusaurs a viable option. Like, it's almost like a perfect storm.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild Kukusaurs and humans are no more common than those between people.
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe needs the Kukusaurs at all.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
The Cinder
Back
City?
then, Lord Ochkon's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Pyro Archon.
Lord Ochkon, hatred of the Saurians. Oh my god, so we're getting more information here as well.
Chasca, to prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you with restoring peace to the tribe.
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan, and the Flower Feather clan has no right to ask more of you.
No.
But
no, you don't understand. I'm not saying no to him, I'm saying, like, honestly, no, don't even say this. Say no more. Chasca's my friend. Yeah, and the Flower Feather Treasure. Yeah, and Chasca is amazing.
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this.
Yeah, and Paimon's gonna help the most.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot. To tell the truth, it makes me a little suspicious.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Leave it with me. I'll look into it. Also, Chasca, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there digging around? We don't want to give our hand away.
Right.
I'll do my best.
So, I think you're doing a really good job with this.
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do it, that should give us something to work with.
But will she even talk to us?
Unlikely. Given how she reacted when I showed up, I don't think she's forgiven me. If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
Oh my god.
Let's go see my mom.
No way. We're actually going to see, the other, Kukusaurs, her mom. Whereabouts is that? Whoa. That is like... over on an island over here? Yeah, when I say I love what they're doing here, I love that they're showing, like, that it's actually, sort of, as usual, like, it's a well-written story quest. What we have is, like, a conflict that makes sense. You understand, like, how people would be afraid on every single side of this. You understand that this clan was hit the hardest. Oh my god, it's way too high up to me. We just climb from here. You understand that this clan was hit the hardest, so, like, there would be this feeling of, like, well, we have to do something and quick. This will help us, like, regain our forces, and we don't have to wait for people to... Oh, I'm sorry, I know that...
Just got a message from Moika. She says to meet her at the speaker's chamber tomorrow.
The last act. We're doing that next week.
Does that mean your ancient name is ready to be forged? Let's get some good rest today. We need to be at our best for this special moment.
I will be doing that quest all in one video. But yeah, they're showing a conflict that makes sense. Every side has, like, a valid point in some ways. The only thing I don't get is, like, obviously, like, not that I don't get, I understand why they're saying it. It's like, oh, they're too dangerous now. We have these wings. It doesn't matter. But in reality, it's just a perfect storm where, like, it just looks really bad now. Oh my god, look at this. I try not to look at it too much because, like, I know I'm gonna get to go there. I'm actually, like, believe it or not, I'm recording the first part of it today. So, like, I have a few hours and then I'm going to see it. So, I'm super excited.
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree, and Koya would fly over from the platform and catch me in midair.
Bravery.
Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, she'd throw me up onto that platform.
So it sounds like they were, like, extremely close.
After we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores looking for even greater heights.
Stop! You're gonna get Paimon.
Honestly, like, I wouldn't be brave enough for it.
Oh, really? I just thought it made a fun story.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it because it's Chasca.
Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
She calling her? Oh my god, that's your mother? She's got like this really nice color to her.
Hey, Mama Bird.
Mama
I'm back.
Bird?
My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it? See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco.
Papa Cusco?
I brought a couple of friends with me.
This
These
is
are the
so
Traveler
sweet.
and Paimon.
This is so sweet.
Traveler, Paimon. This is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. In the human tongue, anyway.
So you can speak, so we know she can speak Kukazar then.
Hi.
So you understand Saurian language?
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist.
Oh, okay, okay.
Although only with Mom and Koya, since I spent my formative years with them.
So I wonder if it is like a case where it's like she's able to understand the feeling behind it or the emotions behind what they're saying, you know, to get like a general direction of what they want.
Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions.
Okay.
Seems to work about 9 times out of 10, anyway. As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Call it the family bond, I guess.
That's really sweet. No, I love this. I adore this.
Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might be in some trouble.
Chasca explains the situation to Chimpu through a series of gestures.
I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either. What's behind this sudden change?
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long time. Then, could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? I really need to talk to her. If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's an incident, I don't know if I'll make it there.
Yeah, and someone's gonna get hurt. And the way that those two girls are talking, and again, they're not evil girls, right? They were just talking in a way that like makes, like in terms of like a tribe that is kind of scared, and especially since they're just rattled by like losing people already, you know, they're saying like, oh, like we have to do something about this Kukazor, right? And like, if it happens again, if there's another attack by the same Kukazor, right? What are people going to think? They're going to think we have to put an end to this. We have to stop this, you know. And either way, either the Kukazor is going to hurt someone, or they're going to hurt Koya. You know. What did she say?
She said she'll take us there.
Great.
Thank you, Mom.
Are we going to go on your back? Go to where Koya lives. Oh my God! We're actually just traveling along the Wait. What? We're literally traveling through here? I didn't know this was going to be a space on the map. That's so cool. I'm trying to like, I'll be on, oh wait, can we like... Oh, we get to fly over there? Guys, I'm trying to avoid looking over there if I'm being honest with you. I know it's bad, but like I'm trying, because I know I'm going there today. I know I'm going there like today. That is crazy, by the way. And now we're gliding.
Okay.
Thank God we had Kenichi. Look at the sky even. Wait, are we not losing... Oh, we are. There's stamina there. What was I thinking? But there's a water guy there as well. I know this is so bad I'm avoiding looking at Ocho Natlan, right? But like, it's literally just because like I'm going there today. And then when I see it up close, I want it to be like an amazing thing. Look at that over there, though. You know what I mean? I want it to be like a new experience for me, you know? Oh, look at all the little ones as well. This is so amazing. I see. Oh my God, it's so cool. The architecture reminds me of like it's the type of games I love, you know? Places, as we said, places that feel like I shouldn't be there. This is so difficult. It's like when you know someone's looking at you and you're like, just don't look over. Just don't look over, you know? And you're like... This is a beautiful place as well, like these different islands.
This is a really remote location.
Oh, well, we're seeing it anyway, but like, you know what I mean? I just like...
trying to get as far away from humans as possible.
It's stunning. The architecture is stunning, guys.
We stay here? Okay. Got it. Traveler. Paimon. Mom says we should stay out of sight for now. She'll talk to Koya first.
We'll trust her.
Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we show up unannounced, it might just make things worse.
Whatever you say, whatever you need to do, we'll do it. Whatever you need, we'll get it done. Oh my god, look at this meeting between the two of them. Is there some anger there as well? Maybe we'll get a translation of some kind?
Any idea what they're saying?
Sounds like things are more complicated than I imagined.
Oh wow, okay. There's a bigger deal happening here.
There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been the victim of a human attack.
Yeah, the arrows everywhere as well. That's not good. No, that's not good. If they attacked her first, like, it's totally understandable that she was trying to get, like, a little bit of a vengeance or, like, trying to stop them from doing it again. Yeah, that's not good at all. Yeah, we fought a Saurian before as well, by the way, but you know what I mean.
No.
What's wrong?
It's Chime, Koya's child. The attackers kidnapped her.
What? No, you're not. That's brute. No, you cannot.
Over the sea, under the cover of night, and they took Chime.
What the heck? Who would do such
Yeah, that's horrible. Taking their child.
I searched day and night and finally found them.
Wait, is it... Was it the Fontanian guys? They're there again! Let's get them! Wait.
Oh, yeah! It's a false contraption is working
Are you
like a
serious?
charm. Got her in one!
No, you're done.
Hey, there's another one! Wait, is that the one that got away last time?
You are done. You are donezo. It's over.
Who cares? Just get them all! To Paul pays per catch!
To Paul pays per catch? No. We gotta step in and do something, right? Yes, exactly.
Chasca!
No, she's right. She's 100%
Chasca?
correct.
How do you get here? Quick, stop her!
So you guys, oh my god, I want to go back and let Koya just beat the living crap out of you. Look at that. I want to go back and let Koya just do whatever she wants. Awful.
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, phlogiston wings! Take me out of here!
We can grab him by the leg right now.
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
Oh no.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured. And if that thing explodes right next to them...
Yeah.
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
Look at this.
It's still going, and it's getting worse.
This is such an interesting style they're doing here as well, like the comic inserts.
All right then.
There's music as well. Look how good Chasca looks here. Just hurling it. Chasca throws a malfunctioning trick ball into a distance. Moments later, a huge explosion rings out over the ocean. Absolute fool. Absolute fools you are.
That was too close. I thought I was gonna die.
That could still be... I love that. I love that from the Traveler. 100%. Yeah. Just give him a boot in the jaw or something.
Answer us
honestly. Like...
Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
I am... No, it was...
Oh my god. Give yourself the decency of being honest. Give yourself the self-respect of being honest for a second.
Well, she says it was you.
Yeah, we've always make you talk. I love this. Get him. Yes. Yes. And this is what I'm talking about. The Traveler has changed their dialogue since the start of the game. They become tougher. They become more hardened in certain situations. Just factually so.
Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was to Paul.
Paul?
He told us to catch all the wild kukasaurs we can find. And he also said that this kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so he needs dealing with urgently.
Jesus Christ, like that's the way they phrase it?
To Paul? Huh. Sounds familiar.
Yeah, where is he now? Let's find him right now.
Where from?
Sorry, Chasca.
He tends to send his orders in writing. He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face.
Oh man, a mystery going on here.
And whenever we trade kukasaurs for phlogiston wings, we deal with his henchmen.
Right.
So you didn't even make those wings?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport
you're just
them
big
over
dirt.
here to make
You're
them
just
look
super
like they're
dirt.
reported.
Like, Jesus, you didn't even know if they were safe or anything. You're just selling these things. You're throwing, like, freaking sleeping arrows into, like, kukasaurs. And people might say, like, Calvin, like, you will defeat kukasaurs sometimes and saurians. But I think it's like there's, like, some canon that, like, they just return to, like, some, I don't know. It's weird. It's still obviously something we don't like to do.
To make it harder to trace their origins.
Why does he want you to catch kukasaurs?
I don't know. Honest.
Well, you better start knowing or lead us to him right now or lead him to any location or any single piece of evidence.
That's mighty convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun
she's so
to
cool.
your head? Would that change your
Oh my
answer?
God, she's so cool.
No need. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything I know.
Do that the first time then.
T'Pol doesn't
Dirt
tell us
man?
much, but he always stresses that he wants them alive. So that gives us some clues. This is just a best guess, of course, but we suspect that the gaseous phlogiston stored in the track balls is drawn directly from the kukasaurs.
Freaking hell.
What?
Oh my... Even Koi isn't yet. Yeah, that's horrible.
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep talking.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the phlogiston wings. The slightest imperfection can have disastrous consequences, as you just witnessed.
Right.
But the kukasaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So, if you use them as an intermediary, then...
Yeah, no, Koi is right to be angry.
That's enough. So the kukasaurs you took, where are they now?
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based, apart from him and his henchmen. We've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times. But we always end up losing track of them.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
I guess this means we can't go after the ringleader yet?
T'Pol. I'm sure I've heard that name. Maybe it was...
Chasca, Traveler.
Is that Alba? I love that they show this flying in as well. Like, we'll talk about like why, how, like even how horrible that is. What that person just did there,
Voice! It's Alba!
putting so many people in danger. Nice little spin there as well.
Elder Alba? What brings you all the way out here?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. What's going on?
Let us fill you in.
I don't believe it.
Do you know T'Pol?
Elder Alba, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down before. Maybe in a list of candidates for the flying trials?
Huh? So he's a member of your tribe then?
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather clan, I'd definitely know him.
Should we head back to the tribe and do some investigating?
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside our tribe who came to participate in our flying trials once. You were away on a mission at the time, which is probably why you don't remember him. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring the skies, so he wanted to join our flying squad.
So he wasn't even from the tribe himself?
Children of Echoes. That's rare.
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass the trial and gain the kukasaur's approval.
Oh, and we know how much unrest that creates just like for people who are well adjusted.
In
you know?
the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the Children of Echoes.
Wingless, huh? Maybe he invented the phlogiston wings to get revenge on the kukasaurs.
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his regrets over his past flying endeavors.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukasaurs.
It does not.
I'm going to take these guys back and expose the truth to the tribe. It's time for this conflict
Yep, and
to
it's
end.
gonna and it's gonna it will put an end to these freaking jetpacks as well. Or it should.
Easy, Chasca. Remember what I said about keeping a low profile? The ringleader still hasn't shown himself.
Oh, okay.
And this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wings with Kukasaurs is only speculation. Bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston wings. In fact, it may even escalate the conflict further.
How? Do you not trust Chasca or you?
After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukasaurs after recent events.
Yeah, but you have an explanation here as to why, like, the distrust has been put in place and why Koya would attack.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the Kukasaurs and slip some Mora to anyone opposed to them, but...
You could literally have this guy say this in the tribe. I know you want to keep a low profile for sure, and that makes sense. That part 100% makes sense, but it would not. I think that like if people had any sense in their heads and they heard this guy saying all this, they'd be like, "Oh God."
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child.
Exactly.
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have irrefutable evidence.
I guess we can go catch T'Pol then, yeah. And again, I understand as well. From this perspective, like yes, we have to keep a low profile. We don't want to if we scare T'Pol away, T'Pol won't be able to show up, and like it's better to make T'Pol feel like no one knows we're onto him. But I do disagree that I agree with that part. The part I disagree with is I think that if Chasca came with these guys and said, "Look, they tried to steal Koya, they stole Koya's child. Trust me, I believe what they're saying." You know?
Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, leave these men with me. I'll escort them back to the tribe. I'll take the other members of their crew into custody, too. They won't get another chance to stir up trouble.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is going to be the key to resolving this conflict. Let's hope the Children of Echoes have some info on him. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to fix this situation before it spirals out of control.
So she's like, "Hey, we'll put the family stuff to the side for now."
Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon.
I love this interaction. I love this interaction. It's so cool that they're showing, like, Chasca with her original family. Oh my God, if you're worried, go ahead and follow her. Mom can take care of herself. This is actually so cool. So cool. Because you know they can't talk. We've heard, or talk to each other, and we can hear their thoughts when we are, like, I guess, near them. It's the same thing happened with Mikey, right? But to explain what I meant there, by the way, guys, what I'm saying is 100% I agree with her when she says that, yes, we need to make sure T'Pol doesn't feel like he's caught or that people are onto him, because that's the better way to catch him. That's 100% true. The part that I have doubts in myself is the idea that I feel like if Chasca came in there and said, "Look, this is the guy that sold you the stuff, and now he's saying this stuff," right? He's admitted that this is what they've done, that they paid people to do this stuff as well. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, even if it's only like 80% of people, a lot of people would be like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty freaking crazy," like, you know? And yes, there's unrest, and yes, it's not going to solve all the unrest. Some people feel like, well, we could still use them anyway, right? But I feel like it would solve, like, some of the conflict, personally. But I agree that we can't say it now until T'Pol is, caught, right? Because we don't want T'Pol to feel... Because, yeah, what would happen is if we went right now and we said, like, T'Pol did this, and it's T'Pol. We have to find T'Pol. If T'Pol has any other people, eyes and ears, because you don't know who he has there, who he paid off, we wouldn't be able to find him, right? We wouldn't. He would be able to get away with what he's done. Hello, rhinos.
So Alpha says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just ask around until we find him?
Can we ask Kachina? But Kachina probably isn't old enough to know him, maybe.
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is... Wakey, Shilonen.
Shilonen, oh my God, we just did her story quest. Oh, she's in a tree.
Oh, it's you.
Like a cat.
Okay,
Give me a second. I'll come down.
Idor. It was Shalonen's birthday the other day on the 13th. They just have these like really cool poses for Shalonen all the time, right? Seems like you two both love climbing trees.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop.
You're both cool. You're both the coolest people ever.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious nap time. Might I inquire as to, why?
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name T'Pol mean anything to you? He's a craftsman, apparently.
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that's Puma's
child? Is he in the tribe right now?
Nope. I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for
We can tell Shalonen, right? It's a long story. We can definitely... Yeah, of course we can.
Huh. Phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like no more rest for me today.
Oh, she's like, okay, I'm going to join in. Honestly, it's great to have you.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making something
It seems
like
that way.
this
It seems like he was like trying to do this type of invention before.
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
Oh, so it was after he failed.
So right after he went wingless then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
She made her the gun?
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest
That's awesome.
Kukasaur? No, he wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted.
Right. And that's what it is for, right?
But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. I never really kept up with him after that. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area and don't interact with other people much.
Okay. No, that's such a cool detail, finding out that she built that for her and that like it's like harder to tame than a Kukasaur themselves. It's so awesome. I love the connections they make with the characters, right? Like there's we saw it throughout the entirety of Genshin. It's one of my favorite things when characters come back for other story quests and you see the relationship deeper with every single character. It's so awesome. Look at me, the light is shining on the graffiti up here. It's so cool.
Which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. Your best bet is to chat to his direct family.
Can we trust them, though?
I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long.
That's the thing. Like, again, I know, like we can trust Shalonen, by the way. So, like, I trust her judgment 100%. We just did her story quest, and she is one of the most reputable and amazing characters that there ever could be. I adore her. But, you know... Let's see what we can find out about this family with T'Pol as well. That's so cool, the detail about her gun. It's so awesome. Like, just, again, it's just the knowledge we gain just from these story quests, like, is both big and small, but it all adds up to something, you know, amazing. That wire was in our way there, the rope. A short while later at Shilonen's workshop.
I'm back. Allow me to introduce T'Pol's mother, Puma.
Now you're like, you're going to jail, Puma. You're going to jail. Cuff her.
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any longer talking about that boy than I have to.
She does not like him.
Huh? I disowned him long ago.
Oh, wow.
He is no child of mine. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. Oh, we tried to talk sense into him, but he was obsessed. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a workshop in the sky to avoid the constant criticism of us ground.
Is it actually going to be in the sky? Like Paimon said?
He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look for them in there.
Perfect.
I am done talking about him. He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom anyhow.
Man, so like again, he's like, we're learning that like he was like disowned. He was wingless, so he's like trying to like, you know, at this point his workshop in the sky, if that's where actually he created it, right, is a way to get away from all these people almost, or criticism, I guess.
He's really fallen out. I'm not sure wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, like if your mother hates you, that's a big deal.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't even bother to show his face at the funeral. If you ask me, that was probably the final straw for Puma.
It's rough. It is rough.
I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just come and find me.
Thank you.
No, Chilonin, as always, thank you so much.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we got now, right? What's in there?
Oh, God. Log 97. Look at this. It's like a hot air balloon with 2 balloons. There's like another machine that goes, and there's a hook that takes people up. What is this? The experiment was a failure as expected. The technology of the Ocean Natlan and the Cinder City is not so easy to replicate. So he's trying to replicate the stuff from the Ocean Natlan. Flowing devices bereft of relic support fell quickly. Is that a power output issue or a weight issue? It seems that we'll only have to rely on components obtained from Cinder City for the time being. What? Those blasted British boars, how dare they question my ideals? It's just a few smashed workshops, but we cannot even take such a minuscule risk. How are we supposed to surpass our predecessors? Whatever, the relics are within my possession. As long as I continue my research, I will surely make progress. The relics, he keeps talking about, the idea of relics. Even Father and Puma refuse to support me now. Put up by those Vulgarians in my tribe, I'm sure. But so what? What if what if no one in the world supports me? I have my own ways. It's time to leave this place. So he's like trying to say, yeah, get away from all criticism. Get away from anyone who tells him he can't do something. Using relics from the Cinder City or trying to replicate stuff from the Cinder City.
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings. And some theorizing about an airborne
Do you think
workshop.
there's actually going to be an airborne workshop?
Natlan, the Cinder City. Looks like that's where he got his technological inspiration from.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a big project for one person.
Look at that balloon in the
Think
sketch.
he actually pulled it off?
Have we seen that somewhere before?
Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up.
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but what if that's
What's
the
the
wrong
right question?
What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view? And it only descended to its current height due to some kind of malfunction.
In other words, it could be...
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Oh my god.
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, that would definitely explain why Isidore couldn't find it.
100%. Oh my god, it's actually going to be a workshop in the sky. You did.
But how do we get up there? Chasca, can you even fly that high?
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic T'Pol mentioned in his notebook.
So we need a relic?
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way.
Can you fly up that high, Paimon?
Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there and take on T'Pol all by herself?
You could do it. Paimon, honestly, I feel like if you still have the change that you keep, the money you keep, like the coins you keep in your foot, your shoe, if you give him one boot of that, he's out forever.
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only flying expert in my tribe, you know.
Sure.
Oh, good point. We should go ask Elder Opa.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see what they
Great
suggest.
stuff. Honestly, great stuff. Yeah, honestly, I kind of... Oh, we can talk to Shlonen as well.
How's the sleuthing going?
We're good for now. How's Puma doing?
Hanging in there. She seems to have calmed down now. I'll check in with her again later. I think something about handing you that notebook meant she was finally able to let go of a few things, so maybe this was for the best.
And it can be a thing where it's like, you don't want to let go of it, but like, if there's an excuse, right? It's like, okay, well, now that someone needs this more than I do, you can finally let go of it for real, right? But like, yeah, I love that Paimon's suggestion was real. If you actually get to go up to this freaking workshop in the sky, it's gonna be absolutely fantastic, right? I'd freaking love that. That'd be amazing. But it seems like this person was probably felt very self-conscious, probably felt like, you know, all this critiques, all this stuff, oh, I can't do this, you can't do that. You're adorable. Look at you just looking at this picture. You know, and all this stuff, like, I really feel like that's probably like where that came from. But that doesn't excuse any of the stuff that he's done, obviously. It's just a matter of just understanding where he came from. He's probably like at this state where like he's probably like had it up to here with this idea of like people are saying no to me, and I failed to become. I became wingless, so he's like trying to almost save his own pride and say. And again, it's one of those things where like we all know there's people like that who like, you know, to save their own pride in those situations, they will like hide away, or in this case, create a big gigantic workshop in the sky so they don't have no prying eyes on them as well. But what he's doing is also like destroying, you know, attempting to destroy the whole culture of a how do I say it, of a tribe as well, by ruining the relationship with the Kukasaurs as well.
Chasca, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe. Have you made any headway with your investigation?
Yep. Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
Jesus Christ. So there's been unrest. For that to happen, there has to be unrest for a while, and it seems that's the case. And we're seeing this now with this story of, and it makes more sense now as well. And I think it maybe gives more credence to like what I was frustrated about before. It gives the opposite of that, by the way. I mean to say, like, it gives more credence to what Alpa was saying that I disagree with, when now I actually kind of understand what she's saying even more, because it's like, when you're wingless, it not only will make someone sad with themselves, but it makes them feel like they're probably worthless, you know? It makes them feel like they don't have, like, a lot of worth in the tribe, even though that's not what people say to them. It can feel that way. So this idea of getting a chance to feel important is probably like drugs to them, you know? It's like, oh my god, I have these, I'm able to fly, and I don't need to like pass this trial, and now I feel like it's arbitrary. If things are still escalating the way around the merchants, maybe there are other parties that are farming. Yes, 100%. I think there's someone else in the tribe doing this too.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle standing between us and the irrefutable evidence we need.
A relic from the Cinder City? So Ochkon's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. And that's where you're trying to get to now?
Any ideas how we can get up there?
Neither phlogiston wings nor a Kukasaur can take you that high up. Do you really think that's where T'Pol is hiding?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
You know what? There might just be a way.
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all blocked, the gaseous phlogiston was trapped and unable to flow. But now, it's flowing freely. If we were to block them up again...
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena? To build up the pressure there?
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout, it would create a high-pressure wind current.
And then we just ride it up into the sky!
I love this. I love this.
It has its risks, but with Chasca's abilities, I think she could manage it.
Like, it's just the task we did before, now we're blocking them back up.
It's an extremely risky approach, but I agree that it's feasible.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial grounds. She can explain how to block the spouts. Chasca, if anyone has a hope of seizing this evidence from the high heavens, it is you.
Very cool. They have so much faith in her as well, right? As they should. As they definitely should. Where are we? We're heading over here. Okay. We're actually going to get up here. Like, we're actually going to get to see this workshop in the freaking sky. I am over the moon at the idea of being able to do this. I think it's mostly because as well, like, Genshin always will have like these really cool domains, they have these cool like dungeons, they have these cool locations, and like sometimes like in a world quest for example, you'll get your mind blown by like the locations that they'll send you to. But even like story quests as well, you'll have like different, as you said, different domains, different rooms that you get to see, different buildings that like you didn't get to see before, like different things you get to explore. I love the idea of like a unique space, right, in Genshin. It's so cool.
Goodness me, that is a very bold idea.
Maybe so, but we have to act fast. What's the quickest way for us to block off the spouts?
From a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurements and carefully planning this out first. But I'm guessing that's not what you want to hear.
Yeah, we're not looking for safety this time around, I don't think.
Then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid phlogiston over there? Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed inside. It's not without its weak points, but unless they're all struck at the same time, the structural integrity won't be threatened.
So, what happens if we do strike them all at once?
Here we go. And that's Chasca's ability.
It'll collapse.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle, the solid phlogiston will fall right on top of the spout and block it up.
You're right about rough and ready. Sounds like my kind of plan.
Yeah, rough and ready. No, she is legitimately so cool. And I love that, like, she's not cool in a way that's like, how do I say? She's not cool in a way that's like, cheesy even. Like, it's just like, because they show her being normal. They show her being fun. They show her being vulnerable. They show her all this way as well. She's just like a really, like, fun character to be around while being like the coolest character you've ever seen in your life, right?
Open fire!
It's just the way, you know, it's so great. It's so great. How do we go up again? It's X. Look at this. She's like, you know what I mean?
Look, there's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout.
Okay, we need to get back our ability.
Let's fly.
Open fire!
That again, it's so fun. I regret a lot, I think, not wishing on Chasca, I'll be honest.
Okay.
Like 100%. And I think I said it before, like I regret it just because like she's so fun. But then again, you can't have regrets, right? Because there's a million and one characters that you're gonna use afterwards that are like, oh, that's so fun. And I didn't get to do the trial, right? But I did get to see how she was used. Obviously, using her is completely different than like seeing how she's used. Go to the top of the mountains, let's go. And it's gonna create a pressure field. Look how cool she is. She's so cool. But as well, like, I don't mind people being cheesy cool as well, by the way. We love a bit of cheesy, like, kind of like badass cool, right? Okay. But I think it's also important to say, like, you know, like, they make her cool, but she's also cooler because she also doesn't, like, hide her emotions all the time, right? She's very cool in that way, too. Traversal in Natlan, man. Traversal in Natlan is the greatest thing in the world.
10 points for agility.
10 points for agility.
It actually worked! But wait, how are Paimon and the Travelers supposed to get up
Are we gonna get on your gun?
Koya can give you a lift. She's actually been following us this whole time.
Is that Koya? She's literally over there looking at us. That's so fun.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Why didn't you come and join us?
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans. Or maybe just me. But right now, we need her power.
Do you think she'll help out? Especially if we can stop this guy. Oh, Koya's like, yeah, I'll help. Let's go.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her.
I think Koya wants revenge.
Yes, up there. That's probably where Chime is. All right, let's go have a little talk with this T'Pol.
Their child, right? Like, of course they want, like, to get the child back. Oh my god. Get on the hot air balloon.
Let's fly.
Oh my freaking god. Look at this. Look at this. Holy hell. That was awesome.
Haven't ever flown that fast before.
Oh, Paimon.
So ready to throw up.
Such a great voice actor. At least he made it in one piece.
Just as I thought.
Look at how high we are.
It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, but up close, it's clearly been heavily remodeled.
Okay.
And sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built machinery malfunctioned.
Can you tell us what the issue is?
I should be able to figure it out with T'Pol's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little DIY from fixing up my guns when they're having issues.
Okay.
That should just about do it. Now all it needs is a nice hard kick.
Hard kick?
maybe that works on your guns, but...
No, let her do it. I won't for it. I won't for it.
Huh? We're really moving!
We trust Chasca's kicks. Is this actually the workshop?
Here it is! The workshop in the sky! Oh, you gotta see it
Oh
to
my
believe it.
god! Paimon's right, you have...
Makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with phlogiston wings when he has tech like
This,
this.
it's incredible! It's incredible!
No. According to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Those can't be mass-produced. Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing how it moved just now. For someone like T'Pol who dreams of flying freely, this definitely doesn't cut it.
Right.
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make a set of prototype wings for himself, right? Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass-produce them?
If he can come and go freely from his workshop, he probably already built those prototype wings for himself.
But this doesn't add up. If he's already achieved the power of flight,
Paimon's
then he must
thinking
have
so
bigger
good right now.
dreams we don't know about.
She's right.
What?
She's right. If he's already accomplished one thing, then he could just like fly freely at any point.
With any luck, we'll find the answers in his workshop.
So smart, Paimon. So smart. Look at this, guys. This is out of a freaking like a Ghibli movie, like a Ghibli movie, whatever you want to say. Wait, Koya?
Cuckoosaurs! Seems like the merchants were right. T'Pol's using them for his own ends.
I'll bet that mechanism on top of the cage opens the door.
Can we like...
Let me give it a try.
I was worried about them falling when I'm like, oh, I forgot they can fly. You know? I was like, they can fly. This is so freaking good, guys. This is out of a freaking magical movie. Look at this. We have to free the bird, but it's incredible how this looks. It's stunning.
Open fire!
I'm so impressed.
Why won't it fly away like the others?
Oh, it's not her, is it?
She's still breathing, but
That's
barely.
so bad.
By the looks of it, T'Pol was using these cages to extract phlogiston from the Kukasaurs.
He's just a bit evil, isn't he? Very evil.
Once a Kukasaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. We'll have to come back for these ones after dealing with T'Pol.
There's another notebook here as well. Yeah, no, that's just wrong.
Let me see. Looks like a record of his phlogiston research. Log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to launch the airborne workshop.
So we got some support off somebody.
Even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply, I've at least taken the first step.
Man, he seems like obsessed. It's a cool mask.
Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. I should be able to replicate the technology and scale up production very soon. Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention.
So someone's giving him like
Phlogiston
support
wings.
for sure.
I think I'm getting close. Soon I will achieve my dreams. Log number 377. Encountered some issues with the new smaller model phlogiston wings. The gaseous phlogiston showed some volatility during the refinement process. Thinks we should proceed at
look,
a
it's
more
a partner.
cautious pace
He has a
with the
partner.
refinement experiments. But after so many past failures, I have to prove that I will succeed this time.
Oh my god, again, the failures, right? He's self-conscious about himself. I can't fail again.
Log number
I have to
114 ran an experiment using Kukasaurs to refine gaseous phlogiston. It was
And you're okay with
a
running experiments on
success.
animals. You're okay with it.
Log number 117. I've started recruiting merchants and hunters to capture wild Kukasaurs. Log number 121. Major breakthrough in the efficiency of phlogiston yield.
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out!
Based on the context of someone's name, he had like a partner or somebody, which means that like we were right to think that it could be someone, like he's probably his eyes and ears everywhere. Probably in the tribe as well.
Yeah, probably the contact he alluded to in his other notebook. Guess he has a benefactor.
So it has to be someone who paid him to do this as well, and for him to be able to get the money to pay other people to do his dirty work as well.
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this notebook suddenly changed halfway through?
And the tone seemed to change a lot. The tone.
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Grab the notebook and let's press on.
Okay. Yeah, so that it implies that like we can't like he has had more time than we thought to work on this stuff. Look how beautiful this is, guys. Oh my god. Oh man. Wait, is this like a domain? It's a domain. Oh my god, that's so cool. They get so creative with the domains as well, don't they? They really do. Such a stunning place. But yeah, he's had more time to do this, but also he has someone working with him directly. And it seems like they have had a lot of input on this.
Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components.
Oh, you can just use your bow.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you?
I wish you could do a kick move with Chasca. That'd be so fun. Let me just get up here as well. Nice, a bit of phlogiston going on with this as well.
Take me up.
Like, look, I'm sorry. Like, just the way she sits on the gun.
What's that mechanism doing?
It's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
Can I say as well, I've said before, and I stand by it. I think the color of the gun, I kind of would prefer if it was like all black, or maybe like had more like darkness on it. But like, it's definitely growing on me as well. But it's just the way she sits on the gun, man. She's so cool. Look at that. Yeah, this terrifies me. It really does.
What are they doing here?
Whoa.
It's T'Pol's henchman. He must have brought them here using the relic in his prototype wing.
What?
Watch out.
Oh, they do have the jetpacks on the back. You're right.
Let's fly. Locked on.
Overkill as well. It's such a fun move. How about you get all the bullets?
Open fire.
Legit just like one of the most fun movesets in the game. Another one? It's kind of scaring me because I don't know how far this is going to go.
More of T'Pol's notes.
And again, he talks about his failures as well, by the way, so he still is very self-conscious about that. He doesn't want anyone to think of him as a failure. He doesn't want anyone criticizing him. You scour T'Pol's notes for info.
Log number 403. Introduce me to some new comrades.
Oh my
who fully
god.
support my ideas.
People who will blindly follow this. Look, they have all the jetpacks on their back as well. So someone introduced it. So they're blocking out this name, like, for two reasons. Obviously, it's just they want to keep it a secret. Maybe it's going to be a big reveal of, like, someone we don't know, or it could be someone we know as well.
I told them that some Saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with natural gifts, while the less fortunate among us can only look on longingly as they seize the skies. But I also told them that progress can erase individual differences. Think of the tools humanity has made to fight back against wild beasts. The law we have put in place to even the playing field between the strong and the weak.
Whenever someone starts talking like this, I understand that this is what happened, right? Where they created technology to be able to kill beasts, to obtain meat easier in real life, right? But whenever someone talks about this, like when everyone we already have like especially we already have like everything you need. When someone starts talking about this, like the laws we have in place to make the field between the strong and the weak to even the playing field, it's like, man, like you don't even need to be thinking about this stuff. And I understand as well, like, there's people back in the tribe, but we saw how it affects them when they fail those trials, when they can't fly, right? It affects them greatly. But he was even like an outsider of the tribe who didn't like have that wingless. They didn't even probably even care about that stuff until he failed it, right? It seems like he's incredibly self-conscious.
I promised them that our research will be the new frontier of human progress. With our phlogiston wings, the power of flight will no longer be for a select few to enjoy. Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share.
If you heard this in a vacuum, amazing, right? Wow, everyone can fly? So cool. It's the fact of your methods of doing this, right? And your reasoning for doing this is not because you want... in my view, I don't think it's because he cares about everyone else. It's because he wants to have this accomplishment.
I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal, will be proud of me.
So it's not just a partner, it's someone who he wants them to be proud of him.
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. Yes, what a wonderful world
It sounds
that would be.
amazing, right, Chasca? But it's the methods he's going about doing
If only
it.
were possible, we could respond faster. And so many tragedies could be prevented.
110%.
But DePaul, what about the Saurians
Exactly.
draining dry
Exactly.
of phlogiston? You're not sharing the sky, you're stealing it.
Yep, exactly. It's not a harmony between the Saurians. Chasca's such a freaking great line. It's not a harmony. You're stealing it from the those Saurians won't get to fly in the sky ever again. It's not a harmony.
I won't let you get away with it.
Chasca? No, she's amazing. What a line.
I'm fine. Let's keep moving. I don't think we'll find anything else here.
She's so right, though. Like, the harmony that they've built in this world in Nalan between the Saurians and the humans is something that I find so amazing. Even the ones that try to attack us when they have Saurians with them, it's such a beautiful thing to me because it's like, oh my god, they're helping each other out to like even fight me. And like, it breaks that balance, right? It's a balance that is so amazing. We even learned more about it as we were doing the world quest recently. Like, how was something that was like implemented by the original sage? He wanted this to happen because he felt so bad about stealing the seed of flames. He wanted this idea of like dragons and humans like living together in harmony. It's a beautiful thing that's been in place in Natlan for years and years. And this is like the opposite of that. It's stealing from the skies. It's stealing a home from people. It's stealing the ability to fly, because if you kill these or take the energy from these and kill these Kugasaurs, they can't fly. Yeah, you can fly, but they can't. This is such a cool area, guys. It's so cool. What's another one of these? I guess we don't have to use our gun for this. We can literally just shoot them. Which, you know, fine by me. I thought you had to use your gun for them. Oh, Jesus. There's such a lack of energy between all of them, to be honest. Well, you can do this as running as well.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. Didn't realize that. Didn't realize that at all. That deactivated that.
Let's fly.
Okay.
Oh my god, that combo. You can do it. I think you can see Lowly into Kenichi as well, which is awesome. Does that unlock this chest? Maybe not. Oh. And we have Fischl as well. The Princessin. Did you guys ever think you'd have characters like Kenichi and Chasca when you started Genshin? Because I didn't. Like the ones that could like do all these like crazy traversal things. And look at that as well. The swapping back and forth is amazing to me. Look at this, man. The fact that he created, like, this is always what happens in Genshin, right? Where, and it happens all the time with me, where I'll see like something that someone created and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. Why couldn't they use this for good? You know what I mean? We saw the same thing with the research technology in Fontaine. It's like, some of them did use it for good, right? They did. But some of them didn't. And some of them freaking ruined it. Like, this could have been used for so many, like, great advancements, you know what I mean? And, like, the jetpacks are amazing, but you can't sustain them
Looks like
in a humane way.
Center of the workshop.
You just can't.
And still no sign of Koya's baby.
Yeah, that's the poor little baby. We'll find her.
Let's search this area for now. If we still can't find Chime, we'll double back.
Yeah, we'll try our best. You split up and begin your search.
Chasca, Traveler, come quick!
Something up?
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
Oh no. I get so worried whenever I read this stuff now.
Alright.
The way they're doing the reading of these notes is pretty cool, by the way. Giving us like a performance as well of it, you know?
Log number 428. We decided to restart the experiments on phlogiston refinement. but without telling.
So you're keeping this person out of it now?
This is the final obstacle
The mask
to
is
the
so cool.
success of the Phlogiston Wings project. We cannot fall at the last hurdle.
Again, look how aggressive he is when he talks about failure, right? And again, failure is something nobody wants, right? But the hell, he's so aggressive when he talks about
Log
it.
number 436. Earlier today, suggested using kookasaurs as an intermediary to extract refined phlogiston. It's certainly feasible, but...
Oh, God.
Anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds, I'm sure won't bring it up again.
Wait, so... So someone else suggested it to him, and he's like, oh, well, as long as it succeeds, then, like, we won't... Did he not want... Am I getting it right? Did he not want to do it? He's kind of like, okay, look, once it, like, succeeds, then the person won't bring this idea up again. So maybe he didn't want to do this in the end at all? Is that what we're getting?
Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. Birthday is coming up.
So it's a girl.
We'll have a birthday surprise for her.
We know it's a girl.
Log number 444.
Why is this log empty?
It was just a sigh.
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
There's more. Let's keep reading. I really want to know what happened here.
Log number 0.
0?
We lost many comrades in the accident. Among them are friends, lovers, and children.
What a way to show who you've lost in this sense.
But we cannot stop now. We will keep their legacy alive and carry their dreams forward. As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method.
Right,
Instead,
you went along with it.
We will focus all our efforts on phlogiston extraction from live kookasaurs.
And this, we've talked about like, and again, it's not an excuse for anything that's happened in Natlan, right? At all, ever, whatsoever, right? We've talked about the effects that like pressure that can have from like, you know, either failing trials or failing, you know, well, trials is the main thing, failing trials, failing to live up to like, you know, other people's standards or what you think other people's standards are for you. And it's a big thing in Natlan as well as like also like, you know, respecting the past. And we're seeing like a far extreme side of this as well, where someone who clearly isn't right in their mind goes to an extreme where it's like he's going so far that he needs to be able to succeed in something because he failed in everything else, right? He needs to be able to have this. And we're seeing that like that the idea, it's like I can't, like he's gotten so far that now that he's lost people, it's a sunk cost fallacy, right? You cut your losses at this point. You lose loved ones, you lose family members. You cut your losses and you go, we weren't able to do this. We failed. I feel horrible. But obviously in his mind, all he's thinking about is we have to succeed to honor them. That's not going to honor them. Extracting phlogiston from kookasaurs, not going to honor them whatsoever.
They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. Their true worth lies in their sacrifice.
It goes against Natlan completely.
Progress.
It goes against the idea of Natlan completely.
To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move the airborne workshop closer to the Flower Feather clan, even as we continue to expand it.
That's why the freaking balloon fell down.
All this we do to create a world where the skies are for all of humanity.
But that's not,
share.
again, like Chasca said, that's not for humanity to share. That's just for humans. I know it's humankind, right? Humans, right? But I'm saying what makes Natlan so beautiful to me is the idea of that harmony between Saurians and humans. It's amazing to me.
We do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Wait, you're not T'Pol? That's not T'Pol?
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0, it kind of sounds like this is someone new. Does that mean that T'Pol's already...
But in that case, who would we been pursuing? So the person that we've been pursuing this whole time was not T'Pol? Wait. Who, what?
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook. It's from Puma.
From Puma? Wait, what? Who have you been pursuing in?
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. My best bet is to send this letter to the Flower Feather clan.
Wait, hold on a second. So Paimon said, given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering is started over from 0, it sounds like someone new is here already. So does that mean T'Pol's already dead? Because look, because they said to make T'Pol's dream a reality. Is T'Pol already gone? And someone else picked up the mantle to continue T'Pol's legacy? So T'Pol's might be gone, and whoever did this is like a copycat. So maybe the whole time they were talking about, the person that was talking here was talking about, you know what? Whoever was suggesting to use the Kukusaurs, that's who maybe is writing it afterwards.
Your father is gravely ill. Oh,
that's
I know
incredible
we had
if that's
our
the
differences
case.
in the past, but he is still your father. Won't you come and visit him?
Oh my god.
Please.
It kind of started to chill in my spine, the idea that whoever was probably suggesting to use the Kukusaurs was the one. So T'Pol didn't use the Kukusaurs in the end. Right? So this is who was ever suggesting to use them.
I know you never liked him and cared even less for me. All you ever yearned for is the sky. And your birth mother.
Oh, said that in a very aggressive way.
But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back. This may be the last chance you'll get to see your father.
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom?
Oh my god.
Well, she did say he never called her mom, but Paimon assumed she was just venting.
Yeah, I didn't pick, like, it's not that I didn't pick up on this detail here. I didn't know that was the important part. I just thought, like, maybe, like, he was from a different tribe or something then at that stage. So he has a different mom. T'Pol is not the one that wrote the last note. T'Pol's already gone. So whoever took over was the one who suggested this.
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently, and this letter looks recent. By contrast, the writing in this notebook is old and faded.
So T'Pol couldn't go to the funeral maybe because they were already gone?
It looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because
Jesus.
he long since passed away himself.
So then the one who suggested the Kukusaurs, the one who wanted to use the Kukusaurs, the one who freaking... Yes, the one who's funded this workshop. Wait, T'Pol's birth mother? T'Pol's birth mother, then the... What? So it was T'Pol's birth mother.
If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why T'Pol always yearned for the sky...
Wait, is his birth mother in the
How he
clan?
got his hands on a relic from the Cinder City. It all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child.
What?
He was born during my days as a wingless wanderer.
No.
His birth gave me new hope.
That's...
I wanted to become the kind of mother
That's
who
Alpha.
spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, wingless nobody.
What the freaking hell? The way they done that was so masterful with the freaking, like, change in the freaking, the notebook and everything.
But his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly, until the love we once had for each other was gone.
This is so crazy to me. And again, like, it I guess, like, it makes perfect sense now. Right? Oh my god. Remember before... when I was like, why are we doing that? Why would you do this to her? Remember, we were like, why would you even do that? Remember, we were like questioning her decision to like, because like of her idea that like it wouldn't change people's opinions and stuff like this. The reason why part of it was confusing to me was because she was literally trying to cover things up as soon as possible.
He started a
Oh my
new
god!
family with another traveler who was also looking to return home. And I went back to the Flower Feather clan. Alone.
This is... I did not expect this. I didn't expect this. I knew he was probably working with someone from the clan. But the whole change in the notebook, the change in the words, and like finding out that wasn't actually T'Pol's words afterwards that we were reading. T'Pol didn't even want to use the Kukusaurs. T'Pol didn't want anything to do with that. And he wanted Alba to freaking shut up about it.
I had no idea
Insane.
that despite being raised among the children of Echoes, My child still harbor dreams of the skies.
So insane. And it's such a great, like, way of doing it. Like, so well done.
Can you imagine, Chasca? The joy and surprise I felt when he showed up at my door, asking to join the flying trials.
Oh my god, we thought she was so soft and trustworthy.
Or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth, rather than relying on my position as elder.
Stop. I'm blown away at the storytelling, at the writing, at the way they did this. Let us along this string. Let us along this lead. Give us a load of little, like, tiny things that we could, like, suspect and be suspicious of. And even now, earlier on, like, the way she was talking to us, she was trying to cover up that whole thing as soon as possible. And she wanted to create unrest.
And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Kukusaurs and became wingless, just as I had after my injury.
Oh my god, and this affected her too then. She saw it as a family failure then.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Oh, Chasca, yes, Chasca.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chasca. I'm not here for a fight. I just want to talk.
I think I'd be up for a fight.
Way to resolve things?
And how quickly she was like as well. Like, cause again, it made sense what she was saying. It was like, okay, yeah, we need more fighters and stuff like this. But she so quickly gave up the traditions of the. And she even when Chasca gave a reasonable explanation, she was like, Chasca, that's gonna take too long, which is still reasonable. But like, she was all her decisions throughout this whole chapter were so against the idea of either exposing to Paul as early as possible, at ending the conflict within the tribe. At the idea of, like, you know, these jetpacks becoming more popular, she wanted that as well. The idea of the Kukusaurs being being obsolete. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, this unrest, all of this, it all, like, makes so much sense as well. She wanted this invention invented by her son to come to fruition. And I'm guessing it's because she has felt this, like, pain. I was wingless. My son was wingless. I don't want anyone to ever feel that again. And she probably resents the Kukusaurs.
I trust you've learned to Paul's wish on your way
We know
here.
she did.
A world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to lose their wings again. Our aerial prowess will be greater than ever before.
They're not your wings, though.
War will never again come at such a great cost. The loss of Koichi is a tragedy that need never be repeated.
Don't even try that.
So tell me, Chasca, do you really wish to see the phlogiston wings forever grounded and gathering dust?
Yes.
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
Exactly. Like we said this before, it's reasonable to find a new method to fight, right? It's reasonable to find, if you can find a new method like these phlogiston wings to fight. We said that just a few minutes ago. We said, yeah, it was reasonable what they were saying. We don't have enough time. But it's the conflict caused. It's the Kukusaurs being damaged and hurt. Like, all this stuff is not right.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was a necessary measure.
Oh my god, she's gone.
Sometimes this is the only way to accelerate the pace of progress.
You've separated your tribe. You've made your unrest in your tribe. You stole this one's child.
Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course
Stop,
not.
Don't compare that.
It is a brief moment of suffering for the greater good, and the child would come to understand this in due course.
Don't try it. That's not a comparison. That's not a good comparison. Feeding your child medicine is necessary. Necessary. This is not necessary.
The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if we cling to the scraps the Kukusaurs offer us.
Oh my god, and that's why she was so close by. I heard the explosion. She showed up because she's probably keeping eyes on us.
Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will never look back. Even if they learn how the refined phlogiston is sourced.
If they feel that way even after knowing how it's used, they suck.
They will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Kukusaurs is a small price to pay for our dominion over the skies.
Dominion. You don't need dominion over the skies. And I also want to say this as well, what's so freaking crazy about this. Small sacrifice already of a few Kukusaurs. Already bad. Right? Already bad. It disrupts Natlan's harmony. But that's not where it stops. We've seen this before in Genshin. We've seen this before in real life. Experiments start at a certain point, right? and they get worse and worse and worse. You give someone the freedom to get worse and worse or to do something worse and worse, they will do so. If you give her this inch of, oh, just a few Kusors, eventually she will take the whole mile.
But this I had not anticipated. I barely had the chance to introduce the phlogiston wings to the tribe before you found this place.
My heart is racing.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Come on, Chasca.
Yet, it can still be salvaged. Chasca, traveler, you are the hope of humanity. I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods, but know that my love for humanity and for Natlan is genuine.
No, it's not. It's not. Your love for your view of Natlan and your place in Natlan is what you love.
You know me, Chasca. And you know that I've always
that's
treated
frustrating.
everyone in the Flower Feather clan as my own children.
That's frustrating. That's frustrating to hear someone say something like this and knowing what they're doing. And she sounds like she believes it.
As fellow humans. Surely you can understand my perspective.
You wish. Again, you don't care about humanity. You don't care about Natlan. You care about you and your place and no one ever feeling like you again.
Alpa, Natlan doesn't belong to humans alone.
Yes.
And truthfully, neither do I.
Oh my god, Chasca, what a line!
How many times has the Abyss invaded Natlan now? And yet despite how much stronger it is than us, Natlan still stands as a nation of humans and Saurians. Peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days.
Yes.
Because social bonds are what hold a civilization together.
Yes.
Weren't you the one that taught me that?
We've said this since the beginning. Like not only in this nation, in every single nation, the bonds between everybody is what makes everything powerful. And in Natlan, that is more true than ever. It is the bonds of heroes, the bonds of people in the tribe, people all working together. That is what is Natlan. It is the bonds of everybody.
And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to
oh my god,
take
yes,
more
tell her.
power for ourselves?
Exactly.
That's as stupid as hacking your own arm off to use it as a club.
It's so stupid, and it shows a hatred for Natlan in the way it is.
They are wild beasts.
Oh, shush.
Driven purely by instinct. How could they possibly understand human social bonds?
Look at her sister over here, Alba. You just not. She chooses to see what she wants to see.
How did someone like her ever become a writer?
Yeah, get her, Paimon. Maybe Kusor instincts are not so different from hers. It clearly she had them fooled. Yes, because I said it to myself. I thought she was a really calming person. She had a very calming presence to her. Yeah.
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. That's all there is to it. They never gave Tepal a second glance when he was at his lowest, nor me when I returned injured from the Cinder City.
That's because you didn't believe in yourself, and this whole invention and these creations are because you did not believe in yourself.
It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple. They obeyed me once I proved myself stronger than them, but the moment it serves them better, they'll abandon me in a heartbeat.
You know what's so crazy about this? This is manipulation, but she believes her own manipulation. You know what I mean? She believes this, and I can tell she believes this.
You're wrong, Alpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly anyone to their death.
That's so sweet.
Chasca, I will promise you this. Only the unruliest wild Kukusors will be used for phlogiston extraction.
What?
The ones who have nothing else to offer to humanity.
You need to be thrown into the sky. That is such a disgusting thing to say. Only the ones we don't like. Only the ones that go against the grain. Only the ones that we can't use. They don't have anything to offer. They're animals. You need to be thrown into the sky. Yeah, exactly. You need to be thrown into the sky.
That's too bad. Because I know a few unruly wild Kukusors who don't think that idea is gonna fly. Namely my mom, my sister, and me.
We don't think so either. We don't want this.
To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put any of them in one of your cages, you're gonna have to go through us.
Yes, Chasca!
Is that right? I knew you might be difficult to convince. Maybe this will change your mind.
Wait, why is she turning away? Was that the baby? Oh no! That's what's. Oh my god, I love when they do that. Because we both locked eyes on a situation we need to stop right now. Oh, Paimon. This poor little thing. Did you just drop it?
Careful. Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
I'd shoot that right now. Have Koya fly over there. Oh no, you were dirt. Okay, let's throw her into the sky. It's over. I know. I'm dead serious. Let's end this, lady.
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them, our strongest warrior and our most powerful ally aren't there to stop it.
Oh my god.
Take control? What are you planning to do with Mutota and his supporters?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall.
She's
cannot
not right.
stand in the way of progress forever. It is not the move I wish to make, but I'm afraid you and your friends forced my hand.
There's so many parallels with real world historical things that have happened in this way. It's a belief system that they have in themselves that they have convinced themselves in their mind that they're right by like explaining to people that are explaining to themselves like, oh, of course I'm right because they're wild animals. Why would it matter, right? They're wild and unruly. Then they get other people on their side. Then the way they do that is by instilling in them the idea that the reason they're failing is because the Kukusaurs are not useful to them anymore. It creates unrest. If you do that for long enough, then people will start to believe it, and people start to blame all of it on the dangerous Kukusaurs. Oh my god, like it's definitely the Kukusaurs. And then you now enable another plan of action here, which is the idea of taking over a certain area by, they already have this instilled fear, they already have this weakness, and then separating them from the thing that will protect them and cutting them off from a source that will protect them. And in that way, you have followers, you have people that believe in your cause, and you have convinced yourself that you believe in your cause, and you have created a plan that is disgusting and has been known through history to work, and it's horrible.
And since you insist on imposing me too, I have no choice but to keep you here until the dust has settled.
Her voice went from like calming to like unsettling.
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk. You never intended to negotiate. You just wanted to stall us.
No, Chasca. I genuinely hoped I could win you over.
I think she's manipulative enough to think that she could.
You are the strongest warriors we have. Put down your weapons, and I promise you that no harm will come to this young Saurian.
I hate her.
I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so, while my people consolidate their power. Then, I will give her back to you, and you'll be free to leave.
You really think the Pyro Archon's gonna let you away with the coup? She will destroy you.
As long as the majority supports our vision, even the Pyro Archon cannot meddle in our internal affairs.
Oh my God, we're not letting this happen. You don't understand, this is not gonna happen. At all.
Your vision is deranged, and the Flower Feather Clan will never support it.
You sure about that? Then wait here and see. Time
She
will
believes
tell.
this. Every part of this she believes.
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, Mutota's in grave danger.
She's thinking.
Stop delaying the inevitable. Drop your weapons and get into the cages now.
She is warped. She is completely warped to the stage.
She's still holding Chime hostage. Is there really no other way?
Koya? Koya? What? Unmotherly? Koya? Oh, this poor little thing. Do it, Mom. What? I don't want to be a burden. What kind of warrior would that make me? Chime.
Koya?
Wait, she's gonna fight anyway?
Huh? What are you yapping about?
Oh my god, I don't. What does she mean?
Stand down. Drop your weapons now. This instant.
Oh, she hit her anyway.
No! The relic!
Come on, we have to grab it. Grab it. Grab it now.
Oz
Holy freaking heck, guys. That conversation between the two of them. And again, it's so important for this as well as we're fighting this battle. To have that type of conversation there. And the reason I think it's important is because we had this person saying that they're nothing, that they don't mean anything, that especially those two, because they're wild and they're unruly, they have no value to society. And what happens there then? We show that they have this communication that, oh my god, the gunshot there, that they freaking adore each other, that they have care for each other, that she has care for her daughter, that everything that they're saying is freaking wrong.
And this ain't your strong suit.
In that one moment, we get all of that. This is just, the phlogiston, you can literally just spam the heck out of this. It's awesome. You thought you were going to beat Chasca? Oh, it's going to explode again. We have to get Shima and get out of here. We have to.
No! What is she doing? She'll bring us all down with her!
But why? We stabilized the relic.
Do you think that you can control these things?
Maybe it got damaged in the fight.
Oh man.
If we don't think of something fast, this whole workshop is gonna fall apart.
No. They're directly beneath us.
See, that's what I mean.
Beloved tribe.
She genuinely is so delusional that she believes everything she says. Leave the workshop to me, you deal with the relic. If we don't solve this problem with the source, this whole place is coming crashing down.
Okay.
Yeah. We gotta do something. Make sure you get Shime as well. Oh, we're getting this insert as well again?
It's too powerful. This ain't a toy like last time. I don't think I can just throw it aside.
Wait, is Koya helping?
But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Then the tribe will be safe, and so will this workshop.
Yeah, because this workshop would fall on top of it. Koya?
Koya, remember when we were kids? Come on, let's take this thing high up into the sky.
Are you serious? They're gonna do the thing they used to do together.
Don't worry. I know I can get rid of it before it explodes.
That's so freaking amazing.
Some surface wounds at most.
They're gonna fly together like they did as kids.
All I need is for you to catch me at the end. Just like old
Oh
times.
my god. It's the game they used to play. Look how awesome she is. Oh my god. Her, the two sisters.
I can't hold it back anymore. We have to go.
She's incredible.
Don't be insane.
Don't be insane. Alba attacks Chasca from behind while the relic is going wild.
Alba, what are you?
You're a fool, Chasca. Why would you choose such a risky solution?
Because she actually cares.
We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe to
Oh
this
my
wild
god.
Saurian.
Her prejudice is what's gonna freaking end her in the end.
I'm the fool. Do you really think you can stand a better chance than me?
Chasca's voice actor's so good. Yeah, she's gone. She's gone. She's so delusional. She's delusional,
Sure,
by every means.
It may be asking too much for an ex-wingless to escape the blast radius in time, but I can fly it a safe distance away.
Oh my
even if it's
god,
the last thing I
Alba.
do.
See, she's so freaking delusional that she even believes that she's like a hero as well. And again, we could have done it. She truly believes in this sense that, oh my god, we're getting a cutscene for this?
Here, this should be high enough to save the clan.
Because there's 100% she believes all she said. Oh, look at Chasca on top of her sister! Yes! Oh my freaking god. And then Chasca's grabbing it again. Oh my freaking god. Holy freaking hell. She's amazing. I have chills. I have such chills. Chasca is amazing. And she's gonna huck it. She's gonna chalk it. I said two words on the music. Huh? What? What? Excuse me? Oh my god! Yeah, I was so worried, but I was like, did they kill her off? Did they kill Joy off? This music. Oh my god. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's like something at the end of a freaking amazing movie. See, they still got hit by it. Of course they
Koya,
did.
are you hurt? Let me take a look at
In
you.
the end of the day, it was a freaking quote-unquote wild saurian that saved your life and also saved everybody. Holy hell, Koya.
What do you mean I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back?
Oh,
why did you try to
it's so
shield me from the
beautiful.
blast?
This poor saurian.
Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as stubborn as
Look
ever.
at this. You know what this reminds you of, anyone? You're lecturing her like Koichi used to lecture you. That's what's happening. Oh my god, what an amazing scene. I feel lightheaded. All it took was a little DIY. I'm smiling from ear to ear. That was such an amazing scene. I thought they were killing up Koya as well towards the end. What a freaking story quest.
It mildly. I owe you one. Again.
Look what you did. You us. Oh, we owe you. What? I'm sorry. I was even saying the wrong word for chucking. I said chocking, and I was like all over the place because how amazing that scene is. You don't owe us anything. What you just did there, and the fact that she got to fly again with her sister after all these years and do the same game they used to play, and then she lectured her like the way Koichi would lecture Chasca. Amazing.
Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaurs can't form
Come
bonds?
on. They saved your life. A wild saurian, as you said, saved your life.
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement
Yeah, he didn't
problem.
want this.
I'll find a way.
All this time he didn't want this.
You don't need to worry about it. I just need some more time. That's all I ask. Please just trust me. Just this once.
He didn't want this. Oh, little Chive. I'm never gonna forget Chasca flying through the sky. Never. You scolded her? No, let's not scold her right now.
The flower
Oh, she's just
feather
happy.
plan yield to the strong. And it's up to the winners to define what
How about you just
strength
stop
means.
thinking about who's strong and who's not strong? How about that for 2 seconds? How about we stop thinking about that altogether?
So it looks like it's my turn to yield.
No, you yield because your plan was evil and it was bad. That's what you yield for, okay?
Koya!
Oh no.
Koya!
Please don't do this now. Hopefully she's just like tired. Oh, look at her. Hopefully she's just tired. It was a lot. It was a whole hell of a lot.
So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the
Cusco.
10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The reason she fainted was old injuries playing up, compounded by overexertion in recent days.
So it's their fault as well. Those people that were coming and selling jetpacks.
The moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up
happens.
stress finally caught up with her. And no wonder. Honestly,
Yeah.
she's just like you.
They're just like each other. Chasca's half wild saurian.
Anyway, now you know how we feel when you
Exactly what I was saying.
Life
Yep.
and
Oh my
limb.
god. Exactly.
Your mother and I would both appreciate it if you lived less dangerously.
Yes.
You know, she wrote to me from the Masters of the Night Wind, just to scold me for not doing enough to keep an eye on you.
So she's in the Master of the Night Wind.
If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she'd come back here and chew us both out in person.
I'll find an opportunity to apologize to her. I promise.
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay? And don't get me started on all the checkups you've missed.
Got it. Huh? Koya,
You're awake.
Oh my god.
I'll go let everyone
What
know.
a relationship. And how they're relating it back to Koichi as well.
But we're not done talking. What are we gonna do with her?
I love her.
Even
look, he's talking to
after
Koya.
everything that's happened, she still hasn't figured out how to start the conversation with you. She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if you ask me, she's the one who's scared to open up and have an honest conversation.
Sometimes it's easier to think that way, right? Oh, they don't want to talk to me anyway. It's easier to put it in the back of your mind.
For all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, she of all people would know how to reconcile with her family after a falling out.
Right.
She must have been a handful growing up. Thank you for being
That's
there
so
for
sweet.
her.
That's so sweet.
And of course, thank you for keeping her safe
Oh my
when you were
God.
up there in the sky.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
I love this tribe so much. What were we talking about just now?
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing danger with Chasca ever again.
Look at it, and now he's like talking to her like they're both his daughters now.
Cusco, I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to Koya and Chasca's efforts that the airborne workshop didn't come crashing down on our heads.
Right, that's not going to stop a father from worrying, though. Are you kidding me? That's not going to stop a father from worrying.
Forgot to ask. They didn't hurt you while we were gone, did they?
Oh yeah, the takeover.
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out coaching Koya and Junan.
Okay.
The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the resistance. So,
great.
In the end, Alpa's would-be revolt didn't really get off the ground.
Fantastic. That means that when I was saying earlier that, like, you know, usually that the plan is like create some unrest, that like I maybe even underestimated how like maybe much people felt that way about the Saurians. Maybe it was just there was a, like, again, because not everyone's going to be like that as well. So it didn't even get off the ground, which is like best case scenario. Best case scenario.
And as it turns out, not all of the wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends replaced with phlogiston-powered gizmos.
Because I was thinking that it could have created so... Because it has happened in history. It could have created so much unrest that people would have like been like, oh yeah, of course. But I'm glad that like, no, there's reasonable people in this world, and there always will be. It's just a matter of like gathering those rather than the hateful people.
I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way.
Awesome.
We should have
Best case
caught on
scenario.
to Alpa's scheme sooner. We could have saved so many Kukasaurs from getting hurt. Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact and repurposed it as a jail for Alpa and her cronies.
Honestly, deserved. I do love that he said sorry as well, by the way. To like, you know, especially to the Saurians.
See how they like being locked up in a sky prison.
Yes, I actually love it. I don't even care. I love it. How the tables have turned. Time to get the taste of our own medicine.
So, it looks like there's just one less conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker, you're up.
I'm a big supporter in real life of rehabilitation and Fortress of Mirrorpeed, right? Right now, I'm very happy. Talk to me in a week's time. I'm very happy that they're locked up in a sky prison. Talk to me in a week's time.
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? And now they have. But I still have no idea what to say. Koya, I just want to say, I'm sorry for how things went down back then.
That's awesome. There's not just sorry, a human or sorry. We all grow up and form new bonds with family and friends. And now I've come to a time where you're supposed to stay among the humans. Koya's seeing all these supportive people. She's like, yeah, it makes sense. That's awesome.
Huh? Does this
That's
mean
awesome.
You're not mad at me anymore?
I'm so freaking happy. She's like, that's right. With the head turn as well.
There's that family likeness coming through.
It is. No, Firewood's right. Firewood's right.
That day when we ran into each other.
I admitted I was angry at the moment. This is so good. I thought you were their accomplice. That must have been so hurtful.
Huh? So then, when did you finally make your peace with it?
Oh my god. Grandmother and, I guess that's your niece, right? Chime's your niece. Oh, look, slow down.
Chime and Chimbu, they're here too.
Chasca's a niece. Mom, are you okay? Look at it. Mama's fine, love. We're all doing well. This is so awesome. You have a niece, Chasca, and now everything's good between you and your sister. I guess it was when it was my turn to embrace a new family of my own. Yeah, she did. She has a daughter now. Look at this. Oh, the two smiles. Ah, look at this. The full family. Incredible. Incredible stuff. I have all the praise in the world that I could have for that quest. It is given to it. You can have it. Take my life if you want to, right? This was so cool because I feel like after the stuff that happened with Koichi, I think that it's really cool to see Chasca make up with her past family as well, and make up with her sister Koya as well, because I think it's about perspective, right? This whole story is about perspective. Wait, is Koya and Shimi gonna be? Wait, is Koya and Shimi gonna be here for good? If so, that's amazing. Let me see. I guess that's Koya and Shime, right? Wait, is a scar on the nose? No, that's not a scar. No, it's not Koya. Sorry, I just I got that wrong. Not a scar on the nose. I guess they have to live in their own place as well. But it's about perspective, right? It's about the perspective of everyone who lives in this clan and about Chasca. And from Chasca's perspective, the story is like, I've, reconciled with my family. I may have lost Koichi, which is absolutely horrible, and it's still on her mind, right? But now she's made up with her other sister. And she has a niece now. And she's kind of like more comfortable with the Saurian side as well. This is also a story about the harmony, I feel like, between Saurians and humans in Nalan. And I feel like that's a big thing that has been... Look at that sticker, it's really cool. It's been a big thing in Genshin for a while, and it was kind of confirmed with the World Quest, It's been a thing in Natlan since the start, but it's been confirmed with the World Quest that this was a plan, that they wanted this to happen as a way to make up for the stolen seed. It is a thing that is intrinsically tied to Natlan's culture, is the idea of living amongst the Saurians and living amongst the dragons, right? That's what it is. It's about living amongst them. And I feel like this quest showed that what can happen when there is like a bit of unrest towards the Saurians. And like we said, I'm so glad that the people of this tribe are smarter than most people in the world have been in the past. Because there's been plenty of times in the past where you're able to create a coup against people and it works because you create like a... But let me make it clear. Some rebellions and coups are okay. Huh? Is there a quest? It's probably like a trial or something. Like some rebellions, great. This type of stuff where it's about like prejudice against someone, wrong, always wrong, always wrong. And in this case, it was basically like, I feel like, it was a perspective that came from like a failure and a self-consciousness, and this idea of like you're constantly looking at people being like, oh, they're better, they're able to do this, oh, I'm wingless, I'm worthless, and all this stuff. And it does come from like this pressure, but it's taking it too far. It's the idea of like that you believe that everyone's constantly staring at you and like being like, oh, they're failures. And that's what led to her wanting to never make anyone feel like that again. But the way she was going about it was like, humanity will become together. Yeah, all the humans will have the sky, but you're taking it from the Kukasaurs. And it's like, oh, we're only gonna drain a few Kukasaurs. It's already wrong, but that's already bad. And then you're gonna go drain more Kukasaurs. So this quest to me really shows the harmony between, and why it's important to have the harmony between humans and Saurians, and why it's something that's so beautiful. Look what and also shows that like they were wrong about the Saurians. These wild Saurians, they don't even care. Koya saved the day in the end. Koya saved this whole tribe. That was Koya. Koya and Chasca saved this tribe. That's what happened. And in the end, it showed that everyone's prejudice was wrong. Everyone's ideas of the Saurians was wrong. That was going against the Saurians. And I hope they all understand that they are wrong. And I hope it's one of those things that, like, whenever they're at the pub, I'm talking about the ones that didn't do anything bad, but were just saying, no, it was bad what they said, but I'm saying the ones that didn't join the coup, right? The ones who were like, the animals are crazy. I hope that at the very least, their friends at the pub will say to them forever and forevermore, you're an idiot. I hope that's the least like best possible outcome that could happen, right? It's like the one that you want at the bare minimum to happen. It's really like a beautiful story for Chasca as well, because I really feel like with her story, she went through so much with this war, and they really did a good job of like talking about how like, oh, we need to build up our defenses, we need to do something to stop this from happening again, and it made it more reasonable than it should have been. At times I was even like, oh, that's a bit weird what she's saying there. It's not that I feel like I suspected Alba, but I did think that a part of what she was saying was unreasonable and kind of a bit weird. But it's clear that came from her delusions. And I believed I didn't believe what she said was right, by the way, but I believed when she was saying, oh, it's creating unrest in the tribe, everyone will believe me. For a second, I believed it because she truly believed it, and I didn't get to see a full view of how people would act, and we saw people were a little bit like unruly about it. But I'm glad that like we were wrong about that, and people actually like fought back and didn't let the coup take over, especially those two gals who were very upset about the idea of being wingless, right? That was really cool to see that too. But Chasca, in the end, is a character who has lost so much and has fought for so much, and in the end has gained so much back as well, but still, of course, lost her sister. But you can see how much she means to this tribe, how much this tribe means to her, and how much she means to Natlan. I really feel like that's an amazing thing that they're able to show here. Also, we got to see more culture from the tribe as well, which is always awesome. It's always cool. We got to learn a few more things about Ukta Natlan. We got to see the Saurians speak to each other. We got to see how they have familial relationships and how they like change over time, that they have their own personalities. Really, really cool stuff. And we got to know Chasca better. We got to see Chasca pick up the pieces after this battle and do something absolutely amazing, which is reconcile with family that she was fighting with before. And we got to see her lecture her sister in the way that Koichi lectured her. Why would you do that? That's so stupid, you know? It really felt like Koichi was lecturing Chasca in that moment. Chasca is a beautiful character who will do what's right, will protect her tribe, and it's not and the thing is, like, she's able to solve conflicts, but when she needs to, she will just go down and fight. She's really good at that as well. Chasca was able to show us the love that Natlan has for the Saurians, and that was Chasca's quest, and I freaking adored it so freaking much. And we also got to see Chasca's morals. We got to see how Chasca is, as we say, I keep going around in circles because it's just so amazing, like how Chasca picks up the pieces after all this. Guys, with that, we're going to end this video here. The next week, tomorrow's video is going to be the Interlude Archon quest. And then after that, it's the last 2 episodes before, no, it's not the last 2 episodes, sorry. It's the last 4 episodes before we catch up, but that's not all going to be next week. Next week, we're going to have 2 videos. And that's going to be because we have 2 very long videos coming next week. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for the Never Confronted Baby Gangsters here on Patreon for being so supportive all the time. Thank you so much to Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish, Anusa, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, Assassin, Colorbow, True Peanut Butter, Alpaca Juice, Peter Shelson, Heck, Leon, Jared Beanham, and Ike Kasparian. And I'll see you all so soon. Let's do the thing. From me, yeah. So cool.